Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Gilded Flask, where adventure is never far. My name is Barry, and I will be your dungeon master for today's episode, and I'm joined by three wonderful people. Please introduce yourselves.
Hello, I'm Daniel. I'm currently playing Corey, the Tabaxi Artificer, and we're joined by...
My name is Morgan. I am going to be playing the now officially released Tiefling Gunslinger named Briar Aurelia.
Hello, I'm Jed. I'm going to be playing Petro, the Purple Paladin.
Love it. So usually we go into a little bit of a description of what we did last time, but this time we're going to do something different because we had a talk amongst ourselves, as we do. Of all the things that we're doing on this channel, one thing we're really missing is the interaction with you guys. Because when we're into the game, when we're doing the story and whatnot, that's our focus point. But we also want to have a bit more interaction with you. So we had a little talk, and we said, you know what we can do. When we rebroadcast everything that we do to our YouTube and podcast, we don't really get all these opportunities. But when we're live on Twitch, we do have an opportunity to interact with you. So what we like to do from here on out, every single time we start streaming, we'll take 10, 15, 20 minutes somewhere to say hello to you, have a bit of interaction with you, answer a couple of questions, and bring a couple of fun questions to the community and just debate them. And then after 10, 15 minutes, we'll get into our actual D&D journey. So, you wonderful people, thank you so much for talking with us a little bit. Like, this is fun. We're going to do this more often. Like, just the first 15 minutes, just like, relax, have a talk with you guys. Because we miss that interaction with you. Like, we're always so happy to see people having fun in chat. And every once in a while, there's like a fun thing, and we're like, oh, we want to react to that, but we can't because this is going to be on YouTube, and then it wouldn't make sense. So, every once in a while, we do type a quick message to you, but like, we love talking to you. So, this is going to be a keeper. I really enjoyed this. But we still have a show to make. So that is what we're going to do now, and I'd say let's head that one off with our awesome-tastic intro into the dungeons of Drakkenheim. I'd say let it roll.
Drakkenheim. Once the glittering jewel of Westamar, beacon of civilization, academic study, and religious pursuit. But one fateful day, death fell from the heavens, razing the once vibrant city to rubble. Then, sickness, pandemonium, and monstrous mutations that overtook the few who survived. And yet, beneath the decay and calamity, the remains of Drakkenheim revealed a new secret. Whispers of this discovery crept across the lands. Delirium. Survivors, crusaders, and fortune seekers from near and far battled for dominance, ruthlessly vying for power over the ruined city. In the midst of chaos, three heroes stand ready to survive, to rebuild, and perhaps to profit. And the key to their success may lie deep in the dungeons of Drakkenheim.
Yes, indeed, the Dungeons of Drakkenheim, episode 6, if memory serves. Last time, our three wondrous adventurers ventured into Drakkenheim, as you do, and then also ventured out again. They went and visited Camp Dawn, the encampment just outside of Drakkenheim, about 2 miles outside of the city, where the Silver Order makes their camp, the Legion, you can almost call them, of paladins and flamekeepers and all other manner of supporting staff. That is basically a relatively sized military that are just camping outside of Drakkenheim, who are one of the two parties that tasked our group with finding this artifact of holy power underneath a chapel. Our party did find it and brought it to them. They had a lovely conversation over there. They met with the leader of the Silver Order. And afterwards, after a little bit of talking, they received a couple of magic items, which, if I believe, is your very first magic items in the game that you get to keep, right? You found magic items before, but you had to
I
give
take
them
offense
back.
at that. I make plenty of good magic items.
Right.
Sure.
I made Petro smart for a little while. Well, you know.
Oh, I mean, I think a lot of items are magic. If you think about it.
Damn it, Petro.
So the magic items that you got was Corey got a bag of holding, or at least something that looked like a bag of holding. Briar got a beautiful cape that makes her feel a little bit more defended as she's wearing it. And Petro got a stone that makes him feel just a little bit more lucky.
Petro opens up a bag and goes, I got a rock.
Yeah, but it looks
This
like
is Rosetta. With that being done, you did have another request that was still waiting for you, which was to have a look at a place where supposedly a tavern was located in the city, and where a hooded lantern member was supposedly lost. And you were asked by none other than her brother, who's also part of the hooded lanterns, to go ahead and have a look if she is still there. And if yes, if you could please go ahead and rescue her. That was the quest that you used to venture back into Drakkenheim, for which you had to cross the Drann River. But luckily, Corey knew a place where you could do that, because you had to venture into the heart of the city to cross the bridges, which is going to be hard. But outside of the city, there's a couple of more clandestine ways to cross the river. And Corey remembered one of them. There was a little boat, which apparently is still in operation, as you found Styx, let's call him almost zombified gentleman, who is fused to his boat due to the disruptive magic of the meteor, who with a groaning voice accepted your payment and helped you to get across the river. And when you arrived on the other side of the river, I believe that was where we ended last time. So, I am going to bring you into the city map, because we can go back to Styx, but basically, when you get to the other side, you will disembark from the boat and you're on the docks over there. One question I do have is, do you tell Styx to stick around? Do you tell him to go back? What do you do with that?
Pun intended.
Did I miss a pun?
You did, yes. Quite a
Stick
big
around.
one.
Oh, God.
I was like, was that intentional or unintentional?
See, this is where you see where I'm a dad. This just happens naturally.
So, what? Like, I've interacted with Styx before. What are his tendencies? Does he just always go back to where he starts, or will he stick around if asked?
He will, by default, always stay where he last brought people to. You have noticed that in most cases, if he is asked to go somewhere after he got paid, he will generally do so.
Well, I think he ain't going anywhere. He's gonna stick around until some other one, other group comes along. If they do, I don't know if we could actually stop him. So I guess we're just gonna have to hope no one else finds him before we get back.
That's pretty funny, Corey. Stick around.
Are you making fun of my friend's name?
Oh, no, I think it's a great name. It's just a good... easy... I'm sorry.
I'm just joshing you. It's all good.
Briar's just standing there listening to them, just trying very hard not to laugh.
Don't worry about it. No, he's fine. Yeah, Styx. Hey, Styx, we'll be back in a little bit, okay? You'll keep your head above water, my friend. Man always knows what to say. All right, I think if I remember correctly, it's in this general direction.
All right. So, you are currently here at number 8, which, by the way, now that you know where Styx is, I'll also show it on the agenda that we have over here.
Yay!
Yay! Now we have another point.
Slowly unlocking the
There we
map.
go. Yes. So, from where you are right now, you are on the other side of the river, and that large area over there is known as the sprawl. And it is quite similar to the spokes, which is the other side, where the spokes was more of an organized and planned expansion of the city, which didn't fit within the city walls, but was more planned. The sprawl is the area of the city where basically everyone who wanted to live close to Drakkenheim just plopped a house down. Nobody seemed to really mind, so the area over there is a lot more haphazard with a lot of rickety buildings, mostly made out of wood. There are a couple of more noteworthy buildings. There's a couple of taverns and whatnot, but most of this is basically just like a very bad neighborhood. Even more so in recent days because most of it is burned down and just looks absolutely terrible. But even before the meteor hit, this was not necessarily the place you wanted to go to unless you had a reason to be here. You know that the Rat's Nest Tavern that you're traveling to is close to the Shepherd's Way, which will lead to the Shepherd's Gate. For those of you that come from Drakkenheim, you know that that is the major road that you will find as you travel beyond Temple Road. So there is one that'll lead towards a gate called Temple Road. If you travel beyond that, you will reach Shepherd's Way. Close to Shepherd's Way is where you will need to go. So my question is, as you're traveling over there, how are you going to do that?
Hey, Corey, or hey, Petro, you like walking in front, right?
Oh, I mean, I'll walk anywhere, honestly. Sure. I think it's this way.
No,
He points in a random direction.
No, it's over. We're going over there. We're going a bit north.
Okay,
you know.
yeah, that's what I.
Yeah,
okay,
we're going to the
yeah,
Shepherd's
we'll
Way.
go that
Don't worry about it. Hey, I got you. And he'll climb up to your.
in a long time.
He'll climb up to your shoulder, and point down a road and be like, "All right, you keep an eye out for any those things that we saw the first time we came in here, and I'm gonna keep an eye out for anything that we might be able to use, and you'll start looking for anything that looks like it's not in disrepair and like shiny metallic."
Yeah, if you
Delirium.
see a yo-yo, could you pick that up for me? Because I'm kind of looking for something to do with my hands.
Petro, I can make you a yo-yo. You got any string?
I mean,
I got string.
uh,
How much you got?
string?
No, how much you got? We got paid recently. How much you got?
Oh, I don't know actually.
Why do you
I
extort
thought you
him?
were keeping track. I've just been throwing stuff in my bag. I haven't really been keeping close track.
I'm just saying, a yo-yo is a very intricate kind of artifact that would have to be crafted here. And using some of my skills, I could definitely whip you one up, but might be a couple of gold.
I mean that'd be great.
Might be a couple of gold.
Right? I mean, you don't know the level of my craftsmanship. I could put some intricate, filigree into this thing.
But you're in charge.
Well, yeah, I mean, I treat all my friends the same.
Oh.
It's a very egalitarian way of life,
I look over at Briar. 2 gold seems pretty reasonable.
Hear that,
It's
Brian?
your money.
2 gold
It's
seems pretty
your-
reasonable.
It is your money, but you're allowing him to extort you as she's starts walking forward.
How about this? How about when we get back to a town, we can make a yo-yo together?
You don't have to wait that long. You gotta climb down, go over and get some wood, and then go back up to your shoulder and pull out a little whittling knife and start whittling the block into a couple of circular shapes.
Oh,
And you're doing this as you're riding Petra?
Yes, I've completely disregarded. I was looking for things. Now I got gold on the line.
Okay.
Oh, Corey.
This basically leaves you, Petro, to roughly lead the group. Brian will assist you, so that is going to help you. But seeing as Corey is focused on making whatever he is making currently right now to earn some money, let's just start off with rolling me a d4.
A D4.
Yeah, just a D4.
All right. Looks like that is a 1.
All right, so you're traveling south to begin with.
No.
Okay.
Oh no.
You know, I came into the city occasionally before the meteor, but I didn't spend a whole lot of time in this neighborhood specifically. But I'm pretty sure that this is the right way to go.
Without really looking, you can say, "Take a ride up here."
Okay. That'll put him back on the path a little bit at least. Pedro, give me a survival check to see how you guys are doing the first part of your journey.
Oh, that's a 19.
Ooh.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
So this particular area of the city has been completely plundered over the last 15 years, and nothing of value seems to remain. Luckily, that usually also means that there isn't a lot of people around, which you notice as you travel here. You don't really come into contact with anything. Maybe you'll see the occasional rat like scurrying about, but beyond that, there is no real sign of life over here. With that 19, this will bring you roughly in the vicinity of Temple Road. As you're getting close to Temple Road itself, I'd like... Corey's too busy, so Corey can't roll. But Briar, Pedro, I'd like both of you to roll me a perception check.
Okay. There it is.
Mine is a 10.
Okay.
Rolling.
Rolling.
There we go. Ooh.
An 18. Good. All right, so Petro, you are obliviously walking. Everything is silent and like nothing is really happening around you, so you're fine.
I'm consulting with Petro about the design that he wants on the side of the yo-yo, completely distracting him.
Probably, yeah. And as you're getting closer to Temple Road, not on Temple Road itself, but let's just say like 1 or 2 streets before that, I can imagine Briar all of a sudden like grabbing you by a piece of your armor and pulling you to the side. Briar, you hear sounds, and they're coming from the general direction of Temple Road.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it doesn't sound pleasant. Since you rolled an 18, I'll also give you what it sounds like. It sounds like there's talking, but it is in a language that you have never heard of. It sounds growling and very animalistic. And the one pattern that you will notice is that in between the talking here and there, you'll hear sort of like a snickering laughter. Almost like a bear or a dog or some creature like that is just like laughing. And it's not just one. You hear multiple of them doing that while they're sort of conversing with one another. A really weird sound.
About roughly how close are they? Or is it just kind of like just echoing down the area that we are?
You can hear it from the general direction of Temple Road. If you want to know where it comes from, you'll have to do a little bit more investigation. But you can hear it coming from the general direction of Temple Road.
As she grabs
Okay.
Petra, it's just like, oh, why are we hiding?
Something's here.
Ori, shh.
Right. Noticing that she's noticed something, Corey's gonna like bring his attention back to what's going on. And are there any buildings around us that are reasonably tall, like maybe 2 to 3 stories tall?
Buildings, no, but you will have a couple of chimneys that would fit that description. So if you're going for pure height, a chimney would suffice.
All right, I'll be right back. Let me get an eye on the situation, and I'm gonna see if I can scurry up to the roof of a building relatively sneakily.
Right. Sure. So what do you want to do up there?
I imagine, are the sounds audible to me at this point?
Yeah. Like once you've been made aware of this, you will hear it too.
I will look in that direction and just see if I can make anything out.
Cool. Like climbing up, you're still far enough away of whatever it might be, so you don't need to roll me a stealth check. But I do want you to roll me a perception check to see what you can see.
right. Dirty 20.
Nice. All right. So this is where distance-wise, the mist is starting to take your vision a little bit. Like, the area is lightly obscured because of the haze in the city. And in most cases, this doesn't really impact your direct surroundings. Like, you can see this mist when you're looking around, but it's not too terrible. But at longer distances, yeah, it does impede your vision a little bit. Though, with a dirty 20, as you're looking around, you don't see anything until all of a sudden you notice that there is a bit of movement in the mist. And as you look that way, to your surprise, I think, you see a couple of creatures approaching. They're generally coming from the west, and it seems like they're traveling up Temple Road and towards the gate. They're walking relatively slowly, and as you focus on them, you see it's a group of about 6 to 7 creatures. 2 of which seem to be dogs of some sort, but unlike dogs that you have ever seen. They look freakishly big and muscled, and one of them looks like his mouth is made of pure fire. Looks very scary. The creatures walking around them are bipedal, and as you're looking at them, you notice that they're completely furry. All of them are carrying large wicked spears, and their heads look animalistic, in between a dog, a bear, and a hyena.
Whoa.
Oh.
It's a large group, and these creatures look like they mean business. They haven't spotted you because you're too far away and you're on the roof. But this doesn't look like something you want to run into.
Are they walking in our direction?
They're walking up Temple Road towards the gate.
All right, are we between them and the gate, or are we further away?
No, you're in an offside to the street. Yeah, like there's always the option that they can see you, but the chances are slim.
Have I heard about, like, from stories of adventurers and stuff talking about animal like humanoids in the city and what they've experienced with them, or?
Yeah, I think you've heard of these creatures. Above table, these creatures are often referred to as gnolls. But in the world of Dungeons and Dragons, Dungeons of Drakkenheim, they're not called gnolls, they're called Garmir. They're technically the same. There's a slight difference. Yeah, I think you've heard of these creatures. Maybe you don't know the name, maybe you do. I'll leave that up to you. But yeah, you have heard of these creatures, and you have heard of the fact that these are savage fighters, savage hunters, and they are one of the prime reasons why the streets are clean. As you might have noticed, corpses don't deteriorate in Drakkenheim. Yet, Drakkenheim itself isn't littered with corpses. These creatures are one of the reasons why.
I'm gonna climb back down to the group, and I assume Briar's already on alert, and Petra's wondering. All right, so we found the 4th major danger of Drakkenheim. And we're going to have to be a little bit more careful around these guys.
What are the first 3?
Well, the first 3, we got delirium, obviously, but that's only dangerous if you don't know how to handle it.
I thought you said it wasn't dangerous.
It's not dangerous if you know how to handle it, and I know how to handle it. Come on.
But you just said it was okay.
Yeah, it's dangerous if you don't. Anyway, second one. Shh. Okay.
Should I write this down?
Well, let's talk about this later, okay? These guys are. He's gonna sort of like peek around the corner. These guys are not too far away. They're walking away from us, but we need to keep quiet. All right. All right. So what?
It looks like they're going toward that gate.
Yeah, they're. I heard stories about these guys. They're pretty vicious. They're not something I want to deal with. They don't really. They're not someone I can bargain with. Okay. So these guys are extra dangerous. All right. I ain't gonna be able to talk my way out of this one.
Also, just for story's sake, while I said that they were moving towards the gate itself you cannot see right now. Like you are basically like around this area. Okay. If you want to see the gate, you'd have to travel towards it. Right now, that gate is not visible.
So they're walking up the road. They're walking away from us. They got a couple of dogs with them. All right. These things, I don't want to deal with these guys, okay?
I like dogs.
Not these dogs, okay? One of them, he looks like he's got a bunch of fire in his mouth, all right? Do you want to get bit by that?
That's cute.
I ain't never had any burning rabies before, and I don't want to start now, okay?
Oh. burning rabies.
Yeah.
That sounds awful.
So, yeah, I'll tell you the rest of the dangers of Drakkenheim as we move away.
Wait, if I get burning rabies, does my mouth turn on fire?
I don't know. Maybe you turn into a dog.
Oh, that sounds kind of fun.
You'd be very, very far away from a frog, just so you know.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. We should probably, keep moving, but just let's keep an eye out, all right?
Okay, where?
It seems as if they have passed, and unless you make a lot of noise, they probably won't turn around and see you.
Right. So we should probably move a little bit slower than we were. I mean, I thought this was reasonably safe. We'd run into the purple star or whatever, maybe, but these guys, I don't want to deal with these guys. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So it's this way. We're pretty close. We're actually we're a little less than halfway there, as far as I can reckon. Not really entirely sure, but just let's move a little slower, okay? Let's just keep our heads.
I mean, I've
All right.
still got mine.
I think we all have our heads, Petro.
Oh, that's great news.
All right.
Yeah.
For the second leg, you're moving deeper into the sprawl. Who's taking point?
I think we're gonna look to Briar.
Well,
Oh, okay, never mind.
okay, guys. I don't know this part of the city very well, so if you could just tell me where to go, that'd be useful.
I'm gonna put away the yo-yo for now, and let's keep a lookout. But we can keep moving. Let's
Don't
just get out of this
forget
area.
about it.
I'm not gonna forget about it, Petro. Don't forget it's too cold.
So I think Petra is just going to take their input on where he should go, because I assume that he doesn't know this part of the city very well, even from before.
No. As I said, this is not a location that you would go to unless you have a very specific reason to be here.
I think like every maybe 4 or 5 buildings that they pass, Corey's gonna quickly try to climb up and just look back in the direction, just make sure they're not being followed.
It doesn't seem like that at the moment. Then Petro, I'm going to ask you again. Could you please roll me a survival check?
Okay. Oh, at 18. It's a good day. for
Nice.
Corey.
Okay.
Beyond your little run-in over Temple Road, it seems that this area of the city once again is completely silent. Most of the buildings are destroyed. There are a couple of buildings still standing, so those are the ones that you can climb on. But most of them are completely destroyed. As you are moving towards the middle of the sprawl, there is one quite long, straight-up road that would be this one, which basically looks out to the point that you should be. As you're traveling all the way down, you notice that the location where the Rat's Nest Tavern is seems to be completely vacant, save for some remnants of the building. But at least it seems you have arrived at your destination. So let's throw in a little cutscene and bring you over there.
The Rat's Nest Tavern is nestled between ramshackle tenements and crumbling houses. The original tavern has been almost entirely obliterated. What remains are stone foundations piled with debris. The original tavern sign can still be found amongst the rubble. It is engraved with a smiling, obese rat lying on a plate of food.
Oh.
Ooh.
Alrighty. So, as you're approaching this, you're noticing that the original Rat's Nest Tavern is basically obliterated. Parts of the wall, parts of the foundation are still standing, and as you are approaching this, you see a couple of small rats scurrying away. Beyond that, the street is completely devoid of life. Looking at the foundation of the building where it once stood, you notice that the planks themselves, what used to be just the ground floor, are completely smashed in the middle. It seems like a giant hole has been made in the wood, which is the diameter of, let's just say like 20 feet. So most of the tavern has been just like punched through into the cellar below. There is an octarine glow coming from this hole.
Guys, that's a really strange color. How would you describe that?
So it's purplish, pinkish,
Greenish, yellowish.
oh, sorry. I got caught by a Petra.
All right. Looks like this place is not quite as upright as it used to be. So, Brian,
what did it used to be like?
that standard building? I don't know. I never really came in here. I walked past it a few times, as far as I remember. So, Brian, what was it that Ansem, had us? He said that he said that he lost a hooded lantern over here. That they came scouting in this area, but like, do you think that they might be around here somewhere?
He mentioned that she was taken by rat creatures. It was his sister that was taken.
Well, rat creatures? Do they just mean rats?
Similar. I'm not quite too sure. But if memory serves me right, they were akin to rats.
So, did they actually, out of character, did they actually mention? Because I remember they mentioned the rats. I don't remember if they mentioned like they got a ransom note or they were like what was. How did we know?
What was told to you was that they were on a mission to scavenge some more supplies, which was kind of like, not official, because they couldn't spare the men. They were stretched too thin. They couldn't go for another supply run. Petra thought the better of it and said, like, we do need supplies. So she went out with a small detail, and they got ambushed. And Petra got dragged into the Rat's Nest Tavern. Petra.
Petra.
Yeah, not Petro. Petra.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so so she got dragged in. He's gonna start looking around. He's gonna pull out like his calipers and magnifying glass. He's just gonna start looking around for signs of a struggle and pathways of dragging marks, essentially.
Sure. Give me an investigation check.
Yes, you got it, boss. Close. I almost got a 23, but I got a 13.
Even with a 13, you will see that there are a couple of like claw marks, and there is some like wet fur, like a couple of strands of hair that are littering like the floor over here. Like it looks icky, and it kind of smells like wet dog here, like that kind of smell.
You said there was a fat rat on a pile of food.
Yeah, so the original sign of the Rat's Nest Tavern was basically a large plate of food with an obese rat lying on top of it, like fully satisfied. That's still on the ground. Yeah.
Are there any rats around?
You see the occasional rat scurrying around between the rubble. There's not a lot of them, but a couple. Yeah.
As one scurries by, I'm going to use my innate ability of what is it called? Speech of beast and leaf.
Yes.
To communicate in a limited manner with beasts. They can understand my words, but I cannot understand them in return, and I have advantage on any charisma checks to influence them. And so I'm going to turn to one of the rats and be like, "Do you know where our friends went?"
Squeak.
Oh, we're looking for our friends, and let me see if I can just try really hard and maybe understand you. And I'm going to cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
Perfect.
Squeak, 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 squeak. Ah, what are you doing here?
Oh, we're looking for some friends who might have gotten dragged over here.
Yeah? What's it to you?
I don't understand the question.
Well,
Guys, he asked
maybe
what's it to us.
Yeah, maybe I saw something, maybe I didn't. What do you have on you, huh?
Oh, I mean, I've got armor. I've got a hat. I've got... Wait, Why are you asking?
You got any cheese or
Oh,
like food?
I wish. Guys, do we have any cheese?
We might have some.
Why? What you got on you?
Might have something.
Well, I got some armor.
I think we might have a bit of spare rations.
Well, we have the
Why?
rations on
Why
us,
do you
right?
ask?
Yeah, we got some rations. What's up?
Oh.
You hungry?
Can I borrow one of your rations? The rat's hungry.
This is a premium quality ration. I paid good money for this.
Oh, great. Okay,
You gonna-
yeah, I'll take that one then.
You're gonna give it to a rat?
Oh, I'm not going to give it to him. I'm going to bribe him with it. I'm learning from you.
I'm just gonna look over at the rat, and what is it doing?
So it is. Do you know how squirrels sometimes, like, you know, they run through a field and then all of a sudden they stop and they sit on their back legs like, did I leave the gas on? Like, you know, that kind of, that's what this rat is doing right now. Like, he's just sitting.
Man. Oh, what?
Yeah,
we're in
here.
conversation right now.
He pulls out some shit. What do you mean private? Like, what, you talking to a rat?
Oh, yeah. I can't do it forever though. So, we kind of need to have our conversation kind of quickly. But yeah, I can more or less understand what he's saying. What's your name, rat?
He just sort of shakes his head in disbelief and chucks Petros some of his dried cheese.
I'm Radicus.
Oh, that's a great name for a rat.
Yeah.
The way that I hear it, it's kind of a nice little pun. By the way, I do have some cheese. Can you tell us where the people went?
One question: is Petros speaking in squeaks or?
Yeah,
voices?
so like, so this is a normal conversation happening for Briar and Corey. For you two, you basically see Petra standing there like, squeak, 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 squeaking like,
squeak, squeaking,
squeakers.
Oh yeah, I was a junior rat in high school.
yeah. To the untrained ear, like it literally sounds like he's mimicking a rat. To the trained ear, it probably sounds like he has had several years of training in rat and he's speaking the way that it's in the textbook. You know,
I feel like
very proper.
Briar and I have both stopped what we're doing and are just staring incredulously at this. I don't know about you, Briar. Corey is.
Yeah. So the cheese, gimme.
Oh,
Gimme.
sure. I break off a little piece of it and I throw it over.
All right. So he catches it. Like, this is a very, very agile rat. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So they went down there. Yeah. Good luck.
Oh.
And he just scurries off.
Oh, okay. I had more questions, but okay, bye. Well, he told us they went down the hole. So, I guess we probably could have guessed that.
So
he seemed nice, Mr. Radicus.
Also, for just above table, the image that you're seeing right now, the map, this is basically your top view from the upside world. So this is the cellar you're looking in right now.
Mm-hmm.
okay, so what is
Just so you know.
what does the floor look
it.
like of the main floor where we came in?
So the main floor still has a bar, which is more or less intact, just not stocked anymore, as you can imagine. There is the odd chair just lying about, which is all but rotted away, but there is still some bits and pieces of furniture. The rest of the building, it looks like it exploded, basically. Like something just blew up on the inside of the tavern, and like, you know, what little remnants there still are, that's, you know, where it's at, and the rest is just gone. Then you have this massive hole in the ground from which there is this purple glow.
Yeah, this is what happens when a bar serves Fireball. All right. He's
That was a good one.
Oh, wait, that's copyrighted.
Oh,
so,
I think it's all. I think we should be fine.
real quick. I'm just gonna do a quick like inspection around the outside. Are there any cellar doors or anything that would normally be like a safe way to go downstairs?
So you will not need to have a look outside. On the inside, there is a cellar door, but it has been completely covered by rubble.
I guess there's only one real way down then.
Into the hole.
What's the like? How far down is the drop for us?
So not that far. Into the cellar would be like about like 7 foot somewhere else to get down. But where you're looking at, like, you know, the hole where you're looking inside, you notice that there is some sort of like a divot, like a dent in the cellar, in the basement floor, which is what you're looking at on the map right now. There's just a big like indent over there.
How big is the indent?
Quite a bit, actually. Like it looks like something very heavy just landed there. Let's just say
Plowed
that
through.
like 2 feet deep.
So I think Petro's gonna step down into the cellar, into under the, I guess it would be the it's only 7 feet and he's 10 feet tall, so I don't.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
All right, it looks like it's gonna be a tight fit there, Petro.
Oh, I'm just gonna go up to it and look down and see how far down it is.
All right, here you go. He's gonna give you one of the light orbs again. Or wait, Briar
thanks.
has one, right?
Yes.
And the one that Corey just gave me, I just drop it inside the hole.
Oh.
That's fair.
Oh, that's what you wanted me to do, right?
Actually, you know what? Yes, exactly. He's not gonna admit that that's a better idea than what he had in mind.
Oh
That's
no,
good.
All right.
Good job, Petro.
Over it.
So, Petro, you are currently standing in this divot, and you're looking
I am.
around. The cellar itself also looks pretty banged up. There's a lot of rubble around, but the cellar itself, beyond that, looks still pretty. I mean, it's still standing after 15 years. Whatever happened here. The one thing you will immediately notice is that all the walls over here are completely blackened, except for one bit, which is directly to your west, which is over here, because the wall over there is broken.
So above table, I slightly misunderstood the layout of the room, but I got it now. Looking around, do I see any delirium anywhere?
Yes, in the divot that you're standing in right now, there's a couple of chips in there.
I pick those up and I pocket them, and this will get me closer to paying off that IOU.
I love that. Let me see how many there are, because I actually do have to roll for that. You get 3 delirium chips, which are the ones that are worth about 10 gold.
One more to go. And then I climb out of the divot and I peek through this opening over here.
All right, so there's no light. It's very dark. You do have a light source with you, of course.
Yeah, I picked
but
that
it's
back
very
up
dark
and
down here.
Try to use it.
You will see that this hole seems to go into somewhat of a tunnel.
Hey, I come back to the wherever they are above me, and I kind of whisper up like, "Guys, there's a secret tunnel."
So while you
Secret tunnel. I'm sorry.
Secret tunnel.
through the cellar. Anyway, while you were looking there, I imagine Corey was actually using his climb speed to like crawl down through the hole and then along the ceiling of the cellar and then just like flip down to the ground.
Oh, that was uncalled.
Sure.
Well, he doesn't want to just jump down there. You might, I never know, might hurt something. I got a lot of gear.
I'm very impressed.
Can I look around for like flask or glassware that isn't broken? Like, is there any like just little? I'm just looking for something to contain liquid or other things that I might find. Nothing special.
Give me an investigation check. Let's see what you find. You are in the cellar of a bar after all.
That's what I figured. I rolled a 5 with a natural 1.
Natural one. Oh boy.
As a matter of fact, you find a pristine glass made wine bottle with the cork still in it, and it seems like there is even a bit of wine in there. As you approach it, you notice that there's a label on there, and it actually says Vino de Drakkenheim, which is one of the primus brands of wine in Drakkenheim. Like this bottle, with the wine in it, of course, is worth a small fortune. Like we're talking 600-700 gold to the right buyer.
Ooh.
As you go ahead and pick it up, unfortunately, it just breaks, and all you have like is half a bottle.
I pick it up. I see the label. Like, yes, this is the best. And I like raise it above my head and shatters against the snack.
Right,
Are there any other bottles around?
while Corey's freaking out about the wine bottle, Briar is just gonna be following down, hearing him break open the wine bottle, and then freaking out. And she's just like, "What just?"
Nothing. I didn't find anything. It was broken when I got it.
She's just gonna have like a sly smirk on her face. She's like, "You didn't drop it. I heard something shatter."
I didn't drop it. I got hands of alacrity. I don't need it.
Did you break
The distinct
a bottle?
smell, the distinct smell of wine made of a good vintage, probably paired with the sadness of a cat, are filling this room.
I would have made so much money.
It's okay. We're still
well.
making money.
Yeah, it's true.
That's a
It's
nat
true.
one investigation check for sure.
All right. What do you got over there, Pedro?
Oh, well, there's a whole bunch of rocks around, and there's these old bar stools that people used to sit on, but I don't think they would support someone's weight now. And then there's a secret tunnel.
Oh, hey, good eye. Before we go anywhere, hang on. I just want to see what's going on here. I'm gonna take a look at this crater.
Yep.
Something big probably hit here based on the impact and the blast and everything and the size of the crater.
Oh, that's where I jumped down.
Is there something big? You made, yeah, but you didn't make this crater. This crater was here before you got here, right, Petro? Come on.
Oh.
Is there like something that had fallen through, or I imagine like something heavy from the first floor fell through or something like that?
It's not a bad idea. Give me a survival check.
Oh my, I'm very good at survival. Oh, 18.
You are actually.
Oh, in this instance.
So, I think, Petra, before I answer this, Petra, did you share with the rest that you found these Delirium chips that you pocketed? Or is that just a thing that you did for yourself? And
I have
didn't share?
not shared that yet.
Okay. In that case, you're looking at this crater. You're noticing that there is still this faint octarine glow coming from this very crater. Like, that is the source of this light. Apparently, a bit of the sand and whatnot that is over there, the soot, is just, like, infused with some sort of, eldritch power giving off this glow. I think looking at the damage in the tavern above, the floor, the impact crater down here, I think you can fairly assess what happened here. Something big has landed directly on top of this tavern and just basically plunged way into the cellar down here. Logically, that can only be one thing unless something else happened after in the last 15 years. This quite possibly is either a part of the city or a part of the meteor as it came crashing down into the city. And probably after it hit, just launched a whole bunch of smaller shards into the air, which came raining down on the city. If it's the latter, then the big question is, where's the meteor? The smaller part of it.
Or even if it's the former, because there still be something.
Yeah, and it isn't.
Does it look like it just evaporated when it got here, or is there any part of the crater that looks like it has been disturbed by
So it
people,
has.
like, picking it up?
And
okay.
I wanted you to point like something like that out before I'll give you more, but
Okay.
with the 18, you don't have to re-roll for that. Yes. Other than the initial impact, you notice that there are like scuff marks, drag marks coming from this crater, which are not nearly as deep as this divot, but that are dragging from this impact to this hole, this secret tunnel that Petra found.
Well, looks like all signs lead to the secret tunnel there, Petro.
Briar and I are just over there kind of looking into it and mumbling to each other like, secret tunnel.
Great tunnel.
Through the cellar. Secret. Okay. All right, what are we waiting for? Let's there's a person to be saved or something.
Something like that.
Do the secret tunnel then.
Yep, I'm going to follow Briar.
So just to make sure, it is really dark down here. Who has dark vision of the three of you? I believe, Corey, you do, right?
I think Briar does as well.
I believe I do.
Yeah, you're a tiefling, so you
I'm
would
the
have
only
dark
one who's
vision.
not.
So the only one who follows the sacred flame Doesn't have.
Well, that's why we need the flame so much.
Good
That
point.
actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. That's why you'd care so much. I got it.
So you do have a light source on you, right, Petra?
I believe that I had the little piece that Corey made for me.
You still have the drift globe that Briar gave or lent you?
I think I gave that back, possibly. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, you gave it back.
Yeah. Yeah. So right now I'm just holding out this little piece of whatever it is that Corey handed
So
me.
you have basically bright light in 5 feet and dim light in 10.
Not much.
Do you want me
Got
to
it.
pull up Drip Globe?
How are you guys not falling over stuff? Yeah, actually, that'd be really useful, Briar, if you don't mind. I can't see very well in here.
She's gonna go ahead and just kind of rummage through like her little side pouch that's attached to her corset, and then just pull out her little drift globe, and then say Norman, and then just lets it float.
Oh, hello, Nusbit. I mean, Norman.
Norbit peeks out of my my cloak for a second.
Yes. Hang on, let me get him in. There he is. Ribbit.
Just
Perfect.
All right. So as the three of you descend down this tunnel, it goes down, and it is like a little muddy, a little like earthy. The hallway over here is completely made of packed dirt. So this is just like dug out, it seems. And for size, because that's important for you, Petro, these hallways aren't too big. They are, let me have a look. They're 5 to 10 feet wide, but they are only, I believe, 6 foot high. Yeah, 6 feet high. So you will have to walk hunched over quite a bit.
And unfortunately for anyone watching who's wondering, disguise self does not actually change my physical stature. It only disguises how I look. So that would not help in this
oh
instance.
no.
And so, yeah, I will just kind of walk with my knees bent, like trying to amble along as best I can. Like, oh, these ceilings are really low. I wonder if bullywugs live down here, because they're pretty short.
All right. Onward.
Nowhere else to
Yeah.
go.
So is Petra's able to fit though, right?
Yeah, with a bit of like effort, like hunching down and whatnot, like I'll allow that.
It's like it's kind of like a 6-foot human trying to fit through a 4-foot. That'd be the kind of the
I got
Yeah.
you.
calculation there. If you want to try to imagine in your head how he's doing.
So as you are descending down this this tunnel, I think the three of you will notice how very slippery this mud is, and I would like to have a dexterity saving throw from the three of you.
Oh,
Oh
man.
boy. That's gonna go great. I'm super for this. Ooh.
Ooh, I did okay. 18.
I got
You're standing in your knees though, so that helps.
I got a 7.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about mine.
What did you throw? Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
That's a 16.
Yours is
Oh,
good.
okay.
Yeah.
For some
Good
reason,
roll today, guys.
Corey's looked like mine for a second. Okay, phew.
I think our last session, or maybe the one before, I was rolling like really bad the whole time.
We're
No,
not
it was you.
gonna,
It was you, Morgan.
we're not gonna talk about
Right,
my
yeah,
wisdom
we're okay.
today.
Well, today is not that day, so.
All right. So Petro, I mean, you're standing in your knees to fit through the hole, which probably gives you a little bit more stability, and your weight does help. You know, you're a big guy. Briar, I think the second you felt one of your feet slip, you immediately put your hand to the side on the side walls to give yourself some grip, which is helping you. Corey, I think you took a couple of steps. You look behind you as you're talking about the light situation with Petra. Like, you can just also do the drift glow. And as you turn around, your feet just like zip, fly underneath you, and you slide down this hallway.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Yep.
Corey, come
Oh,
back!
there he goes.
All right. All right. Yeah, Norbert, stop hiding in my. Wait, what was that? Ah!
Okay, as that happens, I'd like to, like, while I'm on my knees, see if I
Yeah.
can, like, push off and ski down this hole.
Oh my god. That's a whole definition of zoomies and slip and slide.
So
Like,
you're basically
Corey, no!
you're volunteering to do the same thing.
More or less, yes, but hopefully in a more controlled manner.
Sure. The fact that you're so selflessly doing this, not knowing what's at the end of this hallway, I'm gonna award that with the fact that I love that, and that is so Petro. So I am going to give you something in a second. So, Corey, as you slide down this hallway, which goes quite a bit, all of a sudden you feel that the mudslide underneath your feet just gives way.
So, I just want to mention that someone said cats always land on their feet. Corey's basically sliding down this hallway with his hands and feet straight down, arched back like a cat going.
I love that. So, at the end of this this little hallway, you actually hit a cloth-covered hole, which the second you hit it will immediately give way for you to drop into. The hole itself is a pit trap, and you land in there. I don't want to say face first because that is just icky. But you hit the wooden spikes that are down there. You take 5 points of damage for the fall. And subsequently 5 points of piercing damage from the wooden stakes that are down there.
Oh.
Yikes.
Petro, you're basically following the same fate. However, since you are doing this in a more controlled manner because you saw what was happening, I will award you one thing, which is I'm going to give you one additional dexterity saving throw to see if at the end you're actually able to stop yourself and avoid falling into the pit trap.
Yeah. At the end he's going to attempt to use one of his javelins to do like a self-arrest. But we'll see how that goes.
I love that. Sure.
Oh, it's a 19!
Cool. Okay,
Nice.
so you actually make that, and you will actually be able to vault to the side like that.
Hey!
Nice.
Yeah. So the drift globe falling
Could've gone
over.
a lot worse.
He sees the hole and just like jams the javelin into the ground and then like swings over to the side. Oh my God, Petro. Superhero.
And then as soon as he's there, he reaches his hand down. He's like, "Corey, grab my hand."
I've got sticks
And
in me.
As you do that, all of a sudden, all around you, you hear the chattering of a lot of rats as they hear that someone has come to pay them a visit. And for some of them, the dinner bell rang. My friends, I would like a roll for initiative.
Okay then.
Perfect.
Because of course there's a natural one there.
I got a 4 total with my natural one.
Oh,
I love that.
poor
I'm
kitty
so
cat.
pissed off right now. I get sticks in my armor.
I love that Jed's dice knocked into mine and turned into a 1.
Oh
But
I didn't
it's
see
still
that.
rolled.
I
It's
didn't
still
see
rolled
that.
for the 15.
I
But
love
I just
that.
thought it was funny.
That's great.
no! That's really funny.
Corey, yours didn't show up on the combat tracker. Can you roll them again? Because it was a 1. I'll if you can roll it one more time.
Yeah. I'll roll it a 1. I'll roll it again. I got a 12 on that one.
It's still not adding you to the combat list. That's weird. There. Let me add
there
it
it is.
manually.
Okay.
There you go. Natural 20. I'm
Oh
sorry.
boy. If only.
Technical difficulties. There we go. If you don't see the combat, you do see the combat carousel on the stream, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Stream.
Just wanted to make sure. All right. So just to give you an idea of the situation, Corey, you're currently in a pit. You're skewered by a couple of wooden spikes. There are a bunch of rats, like a swarm of them, that are basically living at the bottom of this pit. That as you came down and you hit these spikes, they notice that dinner is here, and they feverishly start to get ready to eat you.
There's rats down here.
At the same time, there's a rather large room that this pit is basically like near the entrance of. And this room has two hallways attached to it, to both sides. From both of those hallways, you hear distinct chattering that is coming closer. With that, we're going to begin combat. Briar, you won't have to roll another dexterity check. You've saved it, so you can just move normally through this hallway.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. Maneuver my way around. Should be good.
I think I don't know if your audio's just not picking up on your mic, but you're cutting in and out when you're talking.
Oh,
Little
sorry.
bit, yes.
Here, let me.
Perfect.
Is that a little bit better if I
Yep.
move my mic
A
a
lot
little
better.
closer?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, perfect. It might just be because of where it's angled right now.
It happens.
Okay, perfect.
No worries.
I think that should be enough move. Or I think I've got a little bit more, don't I?
Yeah,
You have 30 in total.
Okay, close.
watch your
Right.
step.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna hang out right here. I'm gonna kind of just look over the edge of the pit. And I'm gonna see the rats kind of starting to come towards Corey, and I'm like, "What the? How did you end up down there?"
Corey is like face first in this pit. Just like you see sharp sticks around him, presumably some under him too, and he's just wriggling, going, "God, crap!"
Okay. Okay. Let me go ahead, and she's gonna
God damn
pull
it.
out her bow. Oh no! And she's gonna go ahead and take a shot at one of the rats down.
Sure. Now, even though your tokens are next to each other, there is a height difference, so you don't have disadvantage on taking a shot.
Okay. So just normal roll.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
That'll do it. Yep,
Oh.
that'll hit.
All right.
It's about a 23 to hit. Yeah, jeez.
Whew. Okay. And then I'm going to use part of this turn. I'm going to let her tail free.
Oh my!
Oh, okay, cool. You rolled 7 damage, right? So let's take that. There we go. Nice. You basically kill a couple of the rats in the swarm.
Cool.
With one arrow, you just skewer a couple of them to the side of this
Nice.
pit.
And how deep is the hole?
So the pit is like, let's say like 10 feet deep. Like it's quite a bit.
Okay. Damn, I was gonna try and do something like partially cool and have like Petra hold on to my tail while I like kind of just try and
Just
reach
Mission
down
Impossible
and
down.
grab Corey. Yeah.
That is cool.
You could probably brace my javelin a little bit.
Yeah.
Petra is tall. This is a roll of cool. If you really want to do this, we can make it a roll.
Okay. I want to do this.
Okay.
So what are you trying to do?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at Petro and say, Petro, I'm gonna need you to hold on to my tail.
So here's the thing. He's got one arm that's grabbing the javelin stuck in the ground. And his other arm is trying to reach down to grab Corey. So I think that Petro in this instance is going to just look at you and be like, and not know what to do.
Grab my tail. I'm gonna
Alright.
try and get Corey.
I don't think that's... Oh, okay. And then I take the arm that was going to grab Corey out of the hole and I grab Briar's tail.
Sure. All right, Briar. Roll me a athletics check.
Okay.
And I'm okay
this
with
works-
this taking my turn too, if it's some sort of joint action.
It won't take your turn. It will take your action.
Okay.
So do an athletics check. If it passes, you will be able to reach Corey. If it doesn't, you'll drop down too.
Okay.
That is not enough. You are in the pit as well.
Oh
No!
You will not take the fall
No.
damage because you're lower down, but you will hit the spikes. That is 5 damage for you.
oh man. I was so excited.
I don't want to say anything
It was
because I
a
know
cool
you're going to
idea,
use it
though.
against me, but I'm just imagining Corey was just starting to get up and then Briar hits and he falls back down.
Oh no!
I'm not.
Be careful what you wish for.
It didn't happen. It didn't happen. I'm going for story, man. Don't kill me.
I'm sad now.
All right. Petro, she slipped out of your hands, which wasn't it wasn't because of you.
I'm sorry, Briar.
No, it's fine. Oh,
So so my arm is now facing down into this pit.
Yes.
Who is closer to me being able to pull out if I were to pull one of them out?
Corey would still be.
Okay, in that case, I would like to try to grab Corey and just chuck him out of the hole behind me.
All right.
Or do I need my full action for that?
No, I'll allow that on a bonus action because like this is a unique situation. You went with sacrificing your action on a roll of cool. I'll be a little bit more lenient here. Give me a are you gonna be like very like muscly and being like get over here, or are you trying to be swift?
Muscly.
Cool. Roll me a strength check.
Think check. Okay. It's a little bit of a metagamey answer. Like, which am I better at? It is a 16.
Good enough. You now have a bloodied prone kitty next to you on the ground.
Okay. I think that's my turn. I don't think there's anything else I can do.
No.
Oh.
All right. The swarm of rats are cheated out of their meal, then look around and see another meal has presented itself.
no.
And they rush over. The swarm of rats can actually occupy your space as they attack you, and they can stay there. And they will go ahead and try to bite you, which will be for a 14.
Oh, damn it.
I think that's a yes. As a lot of tiny teeth pierce your armor here and there, you take 7 points of piercing damage.
Yikes.
Why do you guys keep throwing yourselves into the pit?
I think I want to say while they're doing that,
Yes.
she would like the action spell.
Ooh.
Hellish Rebuke?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
So-
you totally can.
So at her reaction to be bitten over and over by a bunch of rats, she starts speaking in kind of a very devilish tongue as she's looking at these rats, and just all of a sudden as she points at them, there's a sudden rain of fire that just shoots down at the swarm of rats.
Oh, I love that.
Do they have a save?
Let me quickly have a look, but I do believe they can make a dexterity saving throw, which should be how much?
Let's
DC 13.
Yep, DC 13.
And they're they're not going to make that.
Oh no, Radicus.
12. So they fail.
Just barely. Nice.
Wow.
So that is how much?
17 fire damage.
Whoa, we got rat kebab for dinner tonight. They die.
I'm just imagining they're all around her, like starting to bite on her, and then she just like gets this fiery look in her eyes. Her skin starts to glow, and they all try to jump away, and this flare of fire comes out of her, roasting them. Ah,
I love that. That is so good. Wonderful. Yeah, they're very dead. There we go.
no, Briar. No, wait.
Ah, blah.
Radicus.
Cool. The rats neglect to take their turn there. Corey.
I think technically he moves after my turn, my Norbit. So I'm gonna take this moment
Yes.
to like pull out a health potion. I think my only one, and down it while sort of like looking around, just see what is around us. What is this place? It's all came to me in a flash.
You kind of fell into it, right?
Yeah.
This is a dugout tunnel. Like, it looks completely like dug with either very primitive tools or claws or something. It's all packed dirt around you. It is basically somewhat of a very primitive cave, but this isn't natural by any means. This is dugout.
All right, and in that moment, I'll also be standing up and look down and just see all the rats are gone. Briar's looks like she's standing up, so they're like, Petro, help Briar. And I'm gonna like walk a little bit over here and let Norbit come to me.
All right. So you take half your movement standing up and then move a little bit.
Right, and then so Norbit can make it to about here, for his 30 feet of movement, I believe.
Cool. That's it.
Yeah. So I use my action to heal up. And then Norbit took the... Oh, actually, Norbit can take the dash action, so he can come all the way up to me.
He can.
And I'm gonna... Yep, I'll just chill and keep guard while Petro helps Briar.
As you will.
Oh.
Very privately rolled some
Oh,
dice.
no.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
So what's worse, to not know when dice rolls are happening or to know they happen but don't know the outcome? Or
The latter's worse.
Yeah.
The latter's a lot worse.
So as you're basically just like recuperating of like what the hell just happened, you can hear the chittering from the northern hallway getting closer as all of a sudden 4 grotesque creatures come into sight. They're about human-sized or slightly below that, and all of them look distinctly like a rat, but not exactly. They're more rat humanoids.
Ratnoids.
And they look equally, and they look equally hungry to the rats that you just saw in that pit. Top of the round.
We're
One of
not
the-
done yet.
Yes.
No,
Oh no.
Goes friends.
One of the smaller rats rushes to the side and pulls out a small sling that he uses to shoot a little rock towards you, Corey. Does a 22 hit?
Just
Mean
barely.
to ask.
Just barely.
It's a bit rude.
Sorry.
Oh.
You take a rock to the head for 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
He's drinking the potion. Bam! Right in the side of the head. Ah!
Can we just flavor that you break yet another bottle as you barely finish it?
So the rock doesn't even hit me. It hits the bottle, and the shards of glass fall into my face. Ah!
Yeah.
So this is 4, right?
Petro's
4.
just like,
Oh,
Corey, look out
God.
for that rock. Oh,
Yes.
no, never mind. Never mind.
Wet rock. Bam. Ah.
All right. Let's have a look. Briar, your turn.
Okay, Briar is going to take part of her movement to stand back up. Or what? Wait, did I already? No, I didn't stand back up. I laid on the ground while they were trying to munch on me. I'm gonna go ahead and use part of my movement to stand back up. And do I see Petro reaching over to extending his hand at all?
I mean, I guess it depends on what you're gonna do with your turn.
She's gonna try and climb out of the hole.
I mean, he would certainly try to help you get out of the hole. Yeah.
Okay. All right, she's gonna
Oh,
kind of.
Yeah, you can try and climb out then with the help of Petro. In that case, you can make a dexterity saving throw to get out, but you can do so with advantage because you're being helped.
Okay, cool. I will go ahead.
Cool.
With that. Advantage. Ooh!
Natural 20.
Nice.
You, no trap is holding this lady down. You climb out, no issue.
Nice.
Yeah!
Climbing out does use the rest of your movement speed, so you cannot move anymore on this turn. But the climbing out itself only costs you your action, so if you have any bonus action, you can still use that.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and use my bonus action to drink a potion.
Fair.
I have 1 potion.
Because potion drinking is a bonus action with us.
Yes.
Oh, right. I forgot
We're
about
cool
that.
like
Okay.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
I mean, I believe rules is written. It's an action, but that is so impactful, especially with smaller groups, that you can definitely use it as a bonus action with me.
So, yeah.
Oh, you don't have to roll for that. Potion of healing is always max,
Oh. Okay.
so it's
I thought
10
I had
points.
10 points. Okay.
Yep. Because that's another thing. Like, you pop open a potion, like, let's heal. 2 points. That sucks. Like-
All right. Cool.
Alrighty. Anything else?
That's it for now. She's just gonna be ready to strike when it comes to her turn.
All right. Let me just swap 2 tokens out because I used the wrong one. There we go.
So I will ask
All
for
right.
I will ask for a bit of mercy, but feel free not to give it. With the bonus action of healing instead of the action, could I put on my shield with my action? Because like knowing that this is a dangerous place.
Let's make the dice decide.
Because it wouldn't have saved me from that
yes, you
last
can.
attack regardless. Okay, cool. Thank you.
No. All right. Another small rattling rushes forward, and we'll definitely be able to make that. As it rushes forward, it'll try to bite you as it sees a cat, and it's like, how the turns have tabled. And he
How the cheese
As
wheels
it-
have wheeled.
cat.
Jesus.
Said you have cheese with you. Yes, 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 yes.
Yes.
It'll try to bite you for a 14.
Okay, so as he pulls up the shield, the shield basically is in his gauntlet, and it like activates, and he hits him. He doesn't hit him.
Oh,
Cool.
nice.
Like a bit of his teeth just like chips off.
That's not how that phrase goes.
Petro, your turn.
Okay, so I used up my action helping Briar to get out of the hole.
Yes.
And so I will use my move to move next to Corey and hold up my shield in front of these rat people. And if you'll permit me, I'd like to use a free action to say something.
Sure, you can always do that.
Great. In that case, I use
Unless you now use Holy Word or something like that.
Well, I think it's probably been over 10 minutes since we spoke with the rat upstairs, right?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I use the speech of beasts and leaf, and I do my best to shout to these rats in rat speak. I don't know if they speak rat speak, but that's what I attempt to do.
I think they're speaking in common right now.
Oh, are they speaking common?
As one of them rushed for Corey, he quite literally said how the turns have tabled. Like you hear
Oh,
that.
that's right. And he said that in English. Oh, well,
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Whatever they call it. In that case, in common,
Super
I
common.
just say, please leave us alone. We'll give you cheese.
I don't think
is better. yes, yes, yes.
Oh, gross.
yes.
I can the idea of Petro being all like, "Oh, we'll give you cheese." Then fresh meat is better. Ew, gross.
Ew.
Yeah, that's definitely what he says. He says it out loud. And I think that's all I can do. So.
Oh god, this is too silly.
You don't want to do more than that? That was a free action.
Oh, so I do have a bonus action still.
Oh, you cast
Yeah.
hang on, what did you use your action for? Oh, to help Briar out, of course.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, you still have your bonus action if you want.
I don't think there's anything useful that I can do with my bonus action, not particularly anyway. So I'm gonna hold off for now. See how the battle
Sure.
goes.
The larger of the 4 ratlings that are currently approaching you seems to be brandishing some sort of a primitive dagger and rushes over to Corey. And it tries to stab you, and it'll do so twice. No, it won't do twice. One is a 6. The other one is a natural 20.
That's gonna hit. I think that gets through.
Okay.
So Corey blocks the first one, goes ha ha, and then completely opens himself up for the next one.
So, you take 10 points of piercing damage,
Oh,
Ooh.
and as it uses a sneak attack on that, you get an extra 7 points of damage to go along with that for a total of 17.
Ooh.
So I am Corey goes ha ha, and then he gets like basically stabbed right through, and just his eyes roll back in his head and he falls down.
Sorry.
Oh no!
I was afraid of
He
that.
is down.
Which is
That's not good.
that one. The final ratling rushes into the room, sees that Corey is down, and immediately aims with his tiny sling at Petro. For a 18.
Does not hit.
So a little like I even can't imagine that this is going to hurt you at some point, even if it does hit. Like it's a tiny pebble, like dink, hits off of your armor. Like you're a big guy, right?
Ow.
Armor and whatnot.
He's gonna say "ow" just to make the rattling feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, stop!
Hey.
All right.
You're a
Corey,
formidable
you-
enemy.
The first roll for this in the campaign. I would like a death saving throw.
Oh,
Alrighty, let's go ahead and do that thing that you said. I don't know how to do a death saving roll. I'm gonna.
2d20.
Oh, there we go. Death saves. Okay.
Yes.
Clear all. No modifiers. I clicked the button and I got a natural 1.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
That counts
My
as 2
friend,
death
you
saving
are-
throws, I think.
That is 2 deaths. You are on death's door. 1 more fail, and you're
Oh
done.
shit!
Yep.
You're not doing too well.
No.
That cut really got deep.
Nope. I'm trying to think of anything. I already used
Yeah,
my healing potion.
Actual economy. I used all my stuff last turn, so.
All right.
So Norbit can move on, can act on my turn if I'm incapacitated. Norbit actually has he can do any action. Normally I
Yes.
have to command him, otherwise he does dodge. So
Yeah.
is there any way to do a help action from to help a death saving throw, or is it just that's the way it is?
If he, it is as described. So when you are unconscious, he can only take the dodge action.
Well, no. So
For
when I'm
now, that
unconscious, he can take any action.
Or he can take any.
Yeah.
action.
So normally I
if
have
that
to give
is-
him a command to do anything but dodge. But when I'm unconscious, he can take any action. So he could feasibly do help. But I don't know if help can help the death saving throw.
I don't think he can. That's a very good question. Let me quickly go to the Google for that. I don't think you can help with the death saving throw. It doesn't really make sense. But let's see. If the rules say you can, then I'm willing to allow it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know about helping a death saving throw. I think we've already got. Merrick says that he doesn't think familiars can help with the death save. So, okay. So in that case, Norbit seeing that is just gonna go down and just start like frantically pulling.
If it's magically through something like a divine aura or bless, which totally makes sense because you're in like a holy sort of like place, that'll give you an advantage for a help. But like actually helping, like,
So Norbit's
So,
gonna
no.
just go down and just start frantically pulling on Corey's head to try to lift it up.
oh,
Oh no!
let's not make this emotional thing.
Oh!
Really?
And Corey just. So
All right. Top of the round, we have one more small ratling who will, from where he is right now, try to shoot a pebble at Petra.
use my bonus action to bleed.
Oh no! Blade!
Technically, I want to say if you do so, that you take 1 point of damage, but if you do, that also costs you 1 death save, which will kill you. So let's not. All right. Or a 14, another pebble is launched at you, Petra. So I think that just clings off your armor. Right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, you guys,
Briar.
stop hitting me. I mean, keep hitting me and not my friend.
Briar, your turn. What do you do?
All right, at this point, she is gonna put away her longbow, and she's gonna be unsheathing her short swords and her way up towards the rattling with the dagger.
Yep.
And she's gonna start swinging.
Nice.
Roll.
Ooh.
That is a 17. That'll hit for 6 points of damage.
Nice.
Awesome. And she's gonna take another swing again.
And that is a 12, which will still hit for 3 points of damage.
Cool. And then with that, she's gonna go ahead and use her second wind again.
All right, you can.
Cool. And she's gonna keep swinging. She wants to get rid of this rat.
Get away.
Oh,
Dirty 20, 5 points of damage will hit, and that'll make him bloodied.
ooh, awesome. And then I think I just only get that one extra action, right?
Yes, you don't get an extra bonus action.
Okay.
Anything else?
I think. I'm gonna shift a bit so I'm right here, so I'm not in front of Norbit.
Norbit's now just
Alrighty.
hugging Corey's head.
Oh!
So you do like a flurry of blows with your swords against this this ratling,
Yeah.
more than normally humanly possible, or infernally possible. And blood just flies everywhere. Like, that's really cool. All right. The other ratling, next to the larger one, will try to bite Petro.
Thank God.
Nope, it'll just break a tooth on you, because that is
Oh.
a 4. 5. So, no.
He has no tooth.
Petro.
Yeah. No question here. I I lean down and I'm like, go, and I put my hand on him and cast Cure Wounds.
That is a smart decision, my friend.
Mhm.
So that is going to heal for, it's 1d8 plus 2, only 5, unfortunately.
That brings me up. That keeps me alive.
Yeah. And so that is that turn, and then I'm going to use my bonus action to cast another spell. I'm going to give you Shield of Faith, which is going
Nice.
to.
Don't know if
give
you can. I don't know if you can do 2-level spells.
Oh, you did Cure Wounds, right? Yeah, that's a level spell. So
Unfortunately, sorry.
Oh, bummer.
I'm hurting myself. But
Yeah.
Oh, but that's true. Yep.
yeah. Thank you, though. I appreciate that.
In that case, yeah, there's not a whole lot I can do with my bonus action then. I mean, I don't know if I can like use my move to try to get like more in between Corey and his enemies, but that's what I'm attempting to protect Corey right now.
I mean, he's prone right now. I'll because you're like you're like you're furball, so you're big. You could stand over him like
Yeah.
that. You can totally do.
I
Yeah.
stand over
Okay.
you.
Like, that's really cool. This is
I
like,
kind
you
of put
know,
the shield like, right in front of me. Like,
Norbert
"Oh,
looks up
don't
at
hit my
you
friend."
with little tears of oil in their eyes.
Oh!
Aw. Yeah, I think this is a little bit house rulesy, but yeah, that's what I'd like to do.
gosh, like yeah, you technically can't end in each other's like space, but yeah, you can. That's
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
I love that.
I think for
Are we gonna get Norbert's memoirs, by the way, after this campaign? Like, is it?
Yes.
Norbert was traumatized in the rat's nest. Oh gosh.
All right. The larger ratling, who just got a flurry of blows from Briar, turns to Briar and will attack you with his short sword twice. Once for a 17,
Oof.
and once for a 7.
17 will hit.
All right. So that is 5 points of piercing damage, and he will not have a sneak attack on you because he does not have the advantage here.
Okay.
The rattling to the back will see the shift that the larger one does, and will join in shooting a little pebble towards you, Briar. Which will just fly over your head with a 6.
she's just gonna kind of like seize the pebble like hidden towards her, and she just kind of just shifts out of the way, side
Maker
steps to the
style.
right. Pretty much, yeah.
They should find
Cha
some
cha,
bigger
real
rocks.
smooth. All right, Corey, you're on the ground, but you're alive.
Yeah. Corey is gonna stand up after feeling like this surge of healing from Petro, and he sees Petro above him. He's gonna stand up and shift, I think, over so he's not like in the same spot as Petro. And
Yeah, as you stand up, if you move to one
Yeah.
of the sides, that's fine.
because when he was prone, Petro was basically standing over him, helping him. So he's gonna shift over, and he's just gonna reach out and Corey. I don't know how to flavor this, but basically he pulls out his rapier and he's just gonna try to jab through the already bloodied big rat.
Sure.
And and
Makes
just-
sense because he's
yeah.
an asshole to you.
He's the one who gutted me a second ago, and he's as he's getting up, he's looking at Briar right now, so he's gonna try to get him right in the side.
Sure.
And that is going to be a 14 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right, and that is going to be hopefully with a it added already 11 damage with the sneak attack counts, right?
Yes, because he's borderline surrounded.
Fantastic.
So that is
Just right
total
under
of
the
13,
armpit
right?
as he's attacking. Yeah. Oh, it's a total of 11. Oh, 13. Sorry. Yeah, 13 damage.
yeah.
Um,
All right, so you hit him like in the armpit, and it goes like from the armpit like right through his neck at the top as he dies.
Oh,
so he turns.
blood splurting everywhere.
I'm just imagining
Yeah,
like
on you, Briar.
He's got 2 daggers. Briar's got 2 short swords, and they're basically like locked. And then all of a sudden, you just see this rapier sprout up through his neck.
Yeesh.
I love that. That is
Briar's
so-
just gonna have like some of the blood like splat on her. She's not even phased.
And I guess the one in front of him, he's also going to look over at Norbit and just whisper fire, and Norbit's gonna fire a force blast at the one right in front of him with a bonus
I
action.
love it.
So Norbit, I believe it is a it's my normal attack, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Roll this. That's gonna be a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Cool. And that's a 1d4 plus 2. So I'm just gonna roll a d4. Doop. Roll. Up. 6 damage, max damage. So Norbit, like his face, which like was showing like this almost sadness and despair a second ago, just sort of like all emotion drains away. The face kind of like parts a little bit, and a little crystal flares, and a shot comes out and hits the rat right in front of me.
And where the ratling stands, all of a sudden, like you see, there's like a sort of like a flash of force. And where this ratling is standing, you can only barely make out an outline of fur that is still floating in the air, as this rat basically just disintegrates by the force you just shot at it as it dies.
Wow.
Cooked rat.
He's gonna look over at Norbit like, good shot. he's gonna try to sidestep behind Petro.
Nice.
Yeah, that's Corey's turn. Thank
I
you
love that.
so much. I'm gonna make you a yo-yo for free. Oh.
All right. Top it around. We have a rattling over yonder, above Petro, that will shoot a pebble at Briar. No, it will not, because that's an 8.
She's
You're
gonna
really good
do
at
like
using tools.
she's gonna do another shift over to the left and just kind of lean back a little bit as it flies right by her.
Oh.
Slide to the left.
I love that.
Very Dance Dance Revolution.
Mm-hmm.
All right. As you slide to the left, Briar, does a 19 hit you?
It does.
All right. So as you slide to the left, all of a sudden, you get a crossbow bolt in your back
Ooh.
Ah!
for 5 points of piercing damage.
Damn.
Ow.
As a large ratling stands there holding a crossbow.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
It is your turn, Briar.
Okay, I think.
Oh.
Ooh.
Don't do that.
I'm thinking.
Mhm.
I think I'm gonna help take care of these guys first. So I'm just gonna scooch on right up here, and I'm gonna start swinging at these guys.
All right.
Nice.
That'll hit, and as you walk past, you basically just like just slash its throat. And this one just dies right then and there.
Oh yes!
I love it.
Wow.
And then she's going to use, because she can still swing again.
Yes.
She's gonna kind of like shift over, almost kind of like she's twirling, and she's gonna use her second sword at the other ratling.
Mhm.
I don't think that one.
Unfortunately, you miss. So
Ah.
like it probably got caught on a bit of fur with your previous adversary, and you barely miss it as it like dodges and it just flings over its ears.
Okay, just cuts off like just a little. Give him a little bit of it.
Like a strand of hair, sure. Anything else?
I'm gonna go ahead and save my bonus action for now.
Petra.
I have a question. How high are the ceilings in here?
The ceilings are 6 foot.
6 foot. Okay. What I'm gonna do is this
Yes.
one that's right in front of me. This one's that's dead right in front of me. I'm gonna pick him up, and I'm gonna move toward these other ones and toss the dead body in front of them. And
In
Petra's
front of him
going
or like against
to-
him?
right around here. Right
Sure.
around here. No, I can't seem to mark it, but and Petra's going to hold his maul and look at these two that are approaching. He's like, "We're really tired, but we've got a little bit of fight left in us. Do you really want to end up like your friends?"
That's cool. Give me an intimidation check. That's cool.
Petro.
Oh,
I love this.
It is a 19.
They'll look at each other like, "Hmm." And then they rush back into the hallway.
Cool.
That's so cool.
That was awesome. such a nonchalant, extremely threatening thing to say.
now we just got one last
Um,
rattling to deal with.
I believe that's my action, and that's gonna be my turn. Yeah.
All right.
After they dart off, I'll use a little bit more of my move to move closer to Briar, I guess. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, that's my turn.
Now the rattling up here will try to bite you, Briar. For a 17.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. He'll just find like a piece in your armor that was already ripped by someone before, and it'll bite you for 4 points of piercing damage.
Ah.
Ow.
Corey.
All right. So seeing those ones walk away, he's gonna keep his eyes on where they came from, and basically, if they, he'll move over here, and he's gonna keep an eye out towards where they came from, and just react and alert if they come. But he's gonna say, "Norman, help Brian!" And he's gonna pull out his little gauntlet. He's gonna lift up his gauntlet and get ready to turn the knob. And as Norbit flies towards this guy, I'm gonna cast Shocking Grasp through him.
Oh, cool.
Norbit's gonna. He's not wearing metal armor, is he?
No.
Okay,
No, these are just
so-
rags that they're wearing.
Norbit's gonna like fly up and like basically land on him and just dial turn. Norbit buzzes with electricity, and fingers crossed. Oh, that's a natural 20 with a 24.
That doesn't hit. That hurts.
Okay, so crit damage. Or I guess I just roll. So it's 8 plus 1d8. And I got max damage. Norbit just like daintily lands up on or goes up to this batling, like puts the hands on either side, and then just a bolt of lightning crosses through the hands. And hopefully sears the rattling.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think all of you get a brief insight in like what a skeleton on the inside of a rattling looks like. As this.
It's like a cartoon mode.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Norbit.
As it totally dies in front of you. That is gorgeous.
Norbit, where's all this coming from? Norbit's overpowered right now.
Norbit is
All right.
was traumatized. He's letting out all of his anger right now.
Okay, so yeah, he's gonna slump against the
With
wall.
that, the situation returns to normal. And now that you have a second, now that the battle is dying down, as you look around, I mean, this place is just covered in gore and blood right now, of course, but you can still hear this indistinct sort of chattering around you. Like it's not coming towards you, but like the cave is still echoing the sounds of rodents. So while you've killed quite a few here, they apparently weren't the last ones. You should know because you just scared two away into one of the hallways. But you can still hear the indistinct chattering. But hey, at least you lived to fight another day.
I almost died. Petro, what a legend! Thank you. He goes up and I'm gonna make you the best yo-yo you've ever seen.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, sorry, I don't really know what came over me. I was just so angry because people were being really just like Drakkenheim has been so mean, and like those guys, they didn't need to attack us. They were hungry, but like they could eat potatoes if they really wanted to. And I just thought like that's not very nice, and I don't think that they should be attacking us and hurting us, especially when there's just so much bloodshed already. And I just I don't know what came over me.
Briar's just gonna come up and just raise her hand up, and she's just gonna give him a. Can't quite reach his shoulder, but she's just gonna give his forearm like.
Well, he's squatting down right now. He's 6 foot. So.
Okay, so she can kind of she can pat his shoulder in like a very approving manner. Just you did good, big guy.
Oh, okay. You guys did okay. You look a little hurt though. And then he's gonna put his hands on you, and he's gonna give you 6 each from his lay on hands pool.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Is there anything over here? I'm gonna just make sure there's nothing that's sneaking up on us. He's gonna go over to this edge.
Sure. As you look into this hallway, let me adjust my size a little bit. You will see that there is just a stretch of hallway going that way. It seems barren.
All right, so we got a couple. We know there's a couple down that way. Good thinking there, Petro, with scaring them away. We know there's a couple more down that way. We don't know what's down this way.
Are you guys okay to keep going? We can turn around too. I know it's a little slippery, but like maybe we can, crawl our way up that slidey thing.
That's a good point here.
Hang on, and he's gonna drop his other little light thing in the hole, so it's very easily seen, so we don't accidentally fall into it again.
Okay.
Oh, so I guess we're going. We're gonna keep going. You guys sure you're okay?
Well, yeah. The problem, Petro.
Follow my finger. Is it? Can you?
Yeah, Petro. I can see. I can see fine. You did a good job. You cured me. You helped me up.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But problem is, we got a long way to go. If we're gonna leave and then come back, we got to get out of the city entirely. Like we can't We can't stay here. It's dangerous.
I guess that's true.
But if we were to come back, it's gonna be a long time. I don't know. Like, this is a rescue mission, Petro.
All right, but you guys be really careful, okay? Stay behind me.
Okay.
All right.
We continue on into the tunnels.
I'm gonna make my way back here real quick and just look. Are the drag marks that we saw in the crater? Did they continue down this tunnel?
Give me a perception check to see if you can follow them. Because you've basically just been down a mudslide and everything. So let's see if you can see it.
So I got a 13.
They continue to the southern hallway instead of the northern. So,
all right,
the lower one, the two.
I'm gonna go back here and with them and say, we should probably check out, make sure there's nothing coming up behind us. But whatever it is, wherever they went, they seem to have gone down the other way. Let's check this way out. You're right, Petro.
Yeah.
Well, if the drag marks go that way, if Petra was dragged out,
You're cutting out again
Oh.
a little bit with your audio.
if Petra was dragged over in the direction, it was the same direction that the other two rats ran away, right?
Yeah, back
Yes.
that way.
Okay. Let's take a quick pick here, and then I think we should backtrack over that direction.
Yeah, I just want to make sure nothing comes up and stabs us in the back,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I really don't like getting stabbed in the back.
The hallway continues a little bit and then splits to the
Mhm.
left and the right.
Oh, look, guys. There's some shiny rocks over here.
I hate options.
Oh, I just need one more to get back to the Zubats.
The Zubat.
Oh, that's just... I don't think that's what those were, but they looked a little bit like this animal that I knew as a kid in the forest that I lived in.
Oh.
It sounds annoying.
Oh, a little bit. But you remember when we met those Fiery and Sandy and I don't remember their names.
Yeah, the
We
Mephits.
gave them an IOU. So I owe them 4 rocks. So I'm just slowly collecting them to bring back to them.
We're not gonna go back there, Petro. They're not gonna follow us.
Oh no, I know, but I gave them an IOU.
Yeah, but they might, for all we know, they may not even be there when we get back. You know what those guys are? They're like. Have you ever seen a wizard have like a little bird or a cat or something that follows it around? You ever heard of a familiar?
I've seen a bird.
Yeah, well, so these things, they don't exist in our reality. They don't exist here in here. You got to bring them from their dimension into here. They're summoned. They're not really from here.
While he's saying all this, Petra's kind of looking around to see if he sees any fragments of delirium.
You're noticing that there is this octarine glow in the hallway here, almost as if it's seeping through the earth, kind of like what you saw at the Chapel of St. Brenna, but you don't see any delirium fragments here.
Oh, well, familiar or not, I mean, we still gave them an IOU, and I'm a firm book of my word.
Yeah, but what if you go back there? They ain't even there anymore because they snapped. They're gone. They're back home.
Well, then I guess I'll maybe if I find them eventually, but yeah, I have to at least try.
You gonna go to the elemental plane to bring them some delirium?
Oh, I don't know about that, but I mean, I gotta at least try something.
All right, Petro.
It's an IOU. It's not like it's worthless.
Yeah, you flip that around. It's UOI, right? Like they owe you something at this point.
I'll think about it.
You can't spell obnoxious without IOU, Petro. Trust me.
I mean, I probably could if I tried really hard.
Corey's just gonna shake his head and walk. So right now,
Left or right?
how is Briar looking? Because Corey's looking pretty banged up. He's like got a couple of cuts on his ears, and he's got some bleeding coming from some wounds.
Aside from an arrow that she pulled out of her back, she can still keep going for now. Although Probably wouldn't hurt to consider a short rest.
Yeah, I think let's clear out a space. Let's find a dead end that we can, nothing can sneak up on us from different directions, and maybe we can camp there for a minute.
So as you're looking down these hallways to both sides, you're noticing that there are another couple of trail offs to the side. It starts to look like a maze around here.
Guys, there's a lot to explore over here, and we might find some more bad guys. Some more of those really mean rats. Can either of you hear where the cackling's coming from?
It is sounding as if it's coming from everywhere. Nothing sounds too close, though. If it does, I would tell you. But this indistinct chattering is just like omnipresent. It's everywhere.
Okay, well let's go this way and let's see if it gets louder.
Corey's just shaking his head.
It doesn't seem to get any louder, but you do seem to have no less than 3 options to pursue your way.
I'm looking for a dead end. We keep getting more.
Yeah, maybe we should try that other place, the other direction. This is really confusing.
Yeah, maybe let's go to the other pathway. See if it ends in a dead end.
Okay.
Every time we get to a corner, he's gonna look around first, make sure they're not being snuck up on.
And as you move to the other side and you look around the corner, you actually find what seems to be a bit of a nest corner, which is currently vacant.
Oh.
Hmm.
What kind of a nest?
So it's hard to discern what kind of nest this really is, but based on the smell, I mean, this smells like rat droppings and rat piss. And the nests themselves are made of anything they could find with a lot of fur. I think it doesn't take a lot to assess that these are probably rats' nests.
Guys, I think these are rats' nests.
Yeah, I don't want to stay around these things.
Oh.
We found our dead end though.
I'm gonna check and see if there's another dead end over here real quick. Just not that one.
It seems like it trails off to the north and the south again.
And look around here. Does it dead end or does it keep going south?
It seems like it keeps going.
So
Right.
you guys need to rest, right?
Yeah, we can take a breather.
Well, what if we try to barricade the door? I know it smells a little bit, but what if we try to barricade the door to try to protect ourselves, and maybe we could just take like a little bit of a break? Because I think that I could use a little bit of a break. I want to process my thoughts and feelings, just kind of maybe journal a little bit, and you can keep working on the yo-yo.
Well, he says that. Corey pulls out the rapier and just stabs into the nest here, just to make sure there's nothing hiding inside.
Well, we all process our feelings in our own ways.
So roll me a flat d20, Corey.
Oh God. Okay. Let's just do this one then. D20. Roll. Hey, you got a 9.
A 9. All right, let me have a look. As you stab the nest, you hear a very telltale think. Seems like you hit something.
Okay, but nothing alive, nothing moved.
No.
Okay.
Usually nothing alive makes that sound, unless it's a robot, in which case...
You poked Norbit!
Down here. I stabbed Norbit.
I'm gonna have Norbit stay out here and just keep a lookout. He's gonna sort of cling to the ceiling.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you want to see what you hit there, or?
Well, I assume if Briar, are you gonna do anything in here?
I guess she's gonna help you look through the nest.
Okay, so if she doesn't do it immediately, he's gonna also stab the other nest.
Sure.
I'm just life checking here.
File that under the. Yeah, I'll just file that under the same 9. There's no life in there, but if you're gonna rummage through it, you might find something.
I'll start. So at that point, he'll start rummaging with Briar.
It's okay, Corey. You can just get all your aggression out. I understand.
I'm just making sure there's nothing under here gonna stab me if I turn my back to it.
Oh. Oh, that makes more sense.
So you'll notice that these nests, other than just being nests, made with materials and whatnot to be able to get some small rats warm and fuzzy, there are some little trinkets here and there as well, probably gathered by the ratlings. In one of the nests, you will find a small pouch containing 10 gold pieces. In the other nest, you find a bottle with a red liquid in there. It seems to be a potion of healing.
Oh,
All right, I'm gonna hand the potion of healing to Briar because so far I've been bailed out by one person. I want to be bailed out by the other now.
oh.
And then I'm gonna pocket the gold.
You
I'm
are
gonna
Coral,
pocket the
after all.
gold. I'm gonna pocket the
Coral
gold and give
being
away the
innocent.
potion of healing.
Yeah, you're being
yeah.
at least a little bit selfless.
I mean,
All right, so you
she
make
saw
a
me pick it up, so
So you make a makeshift barricade over here to do a short rest, I imagine?
Yeah. What do you guys think? How should we block this door? Or do you want me to just kind of sit here?
I mean, Norbert can keep watch, but yeah, you probably could use an extra pair of eyes.
Oh, I don't think keeping watch is gonna be enough. But I suppose.
I mean, anything tries to come in here, we can, there's 3 of us and hopefully less than a lot of them.
But what if we move those nests, kind of stack them by the door?
I look over the pile of fur.
It's going to be very makeshift, but it's not impossible.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, might trip him up at that. Ah, that's a great idea. And he starts like unspooling parts of the fur and tries to make like a tripwire that would go across the bottom.
Sure. It really stings, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, he also. I think I actually have a string and some rope that I could probably makeshift a little tripwire. All right.
Yeah, I
Petro?
think that will be you'll be able to do that.
I
As
pet.
you're doing that, Petra's just like, were you gonna use that string for the yo-yo?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure we can find more yo-yo later.
No,
Okay.
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna work on your yo-yo. I got this, Petro.
Okay. I just want to make sure you have enough string.
Yeah. I got plenty of string.
Okay.
I got 10 strings actually.
Wow. What a nice round number.
I have a lot of strings. Randomly, yeah. I collect them. Also, sometimes people have a loose thread, and they don't notice when you pull the thread out from their, their clothing when they're sitting on the other bar seat.
Oh, that's.
I feel like that piece of thread is just him. Like every time he looks at it, he's just sitting on it, and his little pupils like just get big, and he's just the entire time until it falls out.
More than once, he's been kicked out of a bar because he's been like slowly picking at people's clothes. Yeah, well, so here's the thing, Petro. Watch this, and he lays some of the like fur and detritus over the string so that it just looks like there's a bunch of like nest material in the doorway, but actually underneath is the tripwire. So
Sure. I mean, a very makeshift trap, but a serviceable one.
so remember it's there, Petro. Don't like you see it, right? You see that? You know what's under it.
I won't kick it.
Okay, that's fine. Actually, good plan. Sure. I think he'll spend the time whittling more of this yo-yo.
Sure. Then you can take a short rest in this room, and I think for us, we're also going to be taking a short rest because we're at the halfway mark already. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We are back from our short rest, yeah, we're ready to dive back into it. Our friends, our adventurers, also took a short rest as they found a bit of a dead end, an area where they thought to be safe for at least about an hour as they just quickly recuperate, put on a couple of bandages, quickly eat something, and take their short rest. Now, if I recall correctly, this is your very first time that you do a short rest within Drakkenheim, is it not?
Yes, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Now, As you know, this is one of the things that I've told you when we started this campaign. Long rests do not work as intended in the area of Drakkenheim. If you sleep in the haze of the city, which will be in the city itself plus 2 miles around that, you will usually not get the benefits of a long rest. Ergo, you will not recuperate any spell points, any spell slots. You will not recuperate any hit points, and you will not feel rested. So there's a lot of negativity to that. But we never really talked about short rests. Luckily, those just apply as normal. So as such, I saw that you rolled a couple of hit dice. Those can indeed be applied, and after just about an hour, you feel hopefully at least a little better to continue. So that is where we're going to pick it up again. And my question as always is, what is your next move?
I'm gonna walk over to Petro and present him with a completed yo-yo complete with string and the 2 pieces of wood connected by a small spinning dowel in the middle.
Ori, it's beautiful. Thank you so much. How do I use it?
And so what you do is, here you go. He's gonna demonstrate by putting the loop of string on his ring finger and holding the yo-yo and just flinging it down. And when it hits the bottom, it just spins until he pops it up and it rolls back into his hand.
Wow. Let me try.
Yeah, here you go. And he loosens the ring finger. It's basically a little slip knot that he loosens it to the point where it can fit around your finger, and he hands it to you.
And DM, I'm just going to go ahead and roll a dexterity for Petro just to see how he does with this.
I love that. So go right ahead.
It's an 11.
So
I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
go ahead. Like no, this is your description. Feel free.
All right, so I think Petro's like, oh, you made it look so easy, and he kind of throws it down, and it gets all the way to the bottom, and then it just doesn't come back up, and he's like, "Are you sure it's not broken?"
Yeah, what you gotta do when it you see it spinning down there because it's still spinning, I imagine. So just like do this, like flick your hand just a little bit.
Oh, and then he like flicks it way too much, probably
Slams into the ceiling.
I don't think of Petro as a very dexterous creature, especially with small motor movements.
Like patch of dirt falls on your head, like you know.
Hey,
it's the ceiling.
Don't worry about it, Petro. If it breaks, I'll fix it. You know, don't worry about it. I got it. And just give it some practice. You'll be doing tricks in no time.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Corey. I guess now we're even for me saving your life.
I'm gonna watch your back, Petro. Don't.
Free, but this is.
Well, yeah, don't worry about it. Still. I'll well, I think we make a pretty good team. I sort of bump Briar while saying that. We make a pretty good team. I think we can, we'll be doing it back and forth.
In that instance, because she's had her tail out this entire time, her tail just kind of shifts and just kind of curls upwards for a minute and then rests back down when she realizes that it kind of made just that entire instance made her a little happy, and she's trying not to do it as much.
Hey, careful, you're gonna put someone's eye out there, and he's gonna start walking away.
Oh, I had a pet.
As he starts walking away, as she's standing, she kind of just whips him in the back of the head with the tip of her tail. At that comment,
I love it. His ears go down just a little bit, but he keeps going.
She's like, watch it.
Perfect.
All right. Look left, look right. Any movement?
You guys look a little bit more ready for adventuring again. That's great.
Yeah, feeling a lot better, Petro.
Okay, well let's go find the person whose name is very similar to mine then.
As he walks past, he goes, "Yeah, working on a yo-yo always lets you see the ups and downs of life."
Oh.
Ah.
Ooh, look, glowies.
Gonna follow Petro.
Sure. So it seems.
Go ahead.
It seems that you're going down a rather long hallway this time.
Is there any anything interesting around this glowy area that I'm in now?
No, same as with the other area. It seems like the very soil itself is just discolored and contaminated.
Oh,
I'm
don't eat
gonna-
that, guys. It's not cotton
Don't
candy.
need dirt. That's a good point.
I'm gonna mark on the wall just an arrow pointing back, like towards the T intersection, and then back the way we came, just so that we kind of have a reference where to go.
Sure. Like it's dirt, so you can do that.
Going down the tunnel, tunnel.
Petro,
I
we're
get-
not alone in here.
Going down the tunnel, tunnel.
I'm gonna take a
As
couple
you're
of
about
steps
halfway
back.
this tunnel, you can hear some, for now, indistinct chattering that is up ahead. It sounds like you're getting closer to it.
Anyways, let's go the other direction. Going
No,
down the
no, I think we should go down that
Oh.
direction.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we see anything more?
Yeah, as you get towards this part of the tunnel, you can see that there's a light up ahead, almost as if there's a campfire burning over there. You'll probably hear one as well. The chattering is quite loud now. If you're gonna are you gonna try to stealthily look around the corner or something, or are you just gonna walk in?
How is
Do you
Petro
want me
moving
to
down the
take a
tunnel?
peek?
What
I
was
want
that?
to say he's on his knees, like just shifting like this,
Yeah.
like when you're a little kid on your knees and you just decide you want to just skid on your knees. That's how I'm imagining Petro as
down
well.
the tunnel. Yeah,
Yes,
that's
stealthily on my knees. Yes.
It's sort of like a hobbling knee down the hall. Yeah.
Yeah. In plate armor with a shield. Yep.
Yep.
Yep, that totally doesn't make a sound. So do you look around the corner, or do you just like march in? Well, march is a relative
Ori,
term.
can you take a peek around the corner?
Yeah, I can get eyes on. He's gonna like using his climb speed. He's gonna like crawl up halfway the side of the wall and then around them and then keep going down. He's gonna peek
Okay.
around. I gotta.
As you look into this room, make me a
I think
make
I
me a
have
stealth check.
I was gonna say I think I have a mirror from my bag of thieves tools. Is it possible to like use that to see if there's like what the light source is?
That is cool. Sure.
around the corner.
Make me a stealth check with advantage.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is why I asked you
Oh
to do
shit.
it.
So I rolled it once by accident and I got a 22 and a 19. So 22.
Sure. So the 22 will be first. Sure. As you look into this room, or like into this area, like it's a rather large carved out place. You notice that there is a campfire going right now, upon which there is something skewered. It seems to be an animal, but you're not exactly sure what kind of animal it is. It might actually even be a part of a human.
Ugh.
Around the room, there's about 6 of these smaller ratlings that you fought previously. And they haven't noticed you.
All right, I'm going to very, very quietly sort of creep back and just. He's gonna whisper, but I'm not gonna whisper because it's gonna be hard to make out. But there's 6 of them in the next room.
Going down the tunnel. And Petro starts walking the opposite direction.
Well, I would imagine he's making enough noise with how he's crawling.
Petra,
Nope.
I think we gotta. If
What do we gotta do,
if
guys?
if me and Briar can sneak up and get a couple of shots off, we might actually be able to thin the numbers a bit.
I think we.
But like we were just in the other room, and there were about 6 in there too, and they nearly killed. They did almost kill you.
Hey, but that was after falling into a pit of spikes. They were coming at us from all different directions. This time we know where they're coming from. They're right in front of us. They don't know we're here. We got the jump on them.
True. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, but if we go this way, we also don't have to kill anything.
Petro, we're here to save somebody. We don't know where she is. She might be hurt. We gotta do something.
It just,
They're
it
gonna
just
be
seems like a
negotiable.
lot.
These things aren't as negotiable as the people we can talk to up at the surface.
Oh,
They eat.
I mean,
You've seen they're rats. They eat people. They kill and eat people. We gotta do something about it.
well, yeah, but like people kill and eat animals too. So, I don't really see it as that different.
Really, Petro?
Okay, fine. They were kind of mean, and I was kind of angry at them earlier. Fine.
All right. So you come up where you were. Don't move any further. Me and Briar are gonna try to get a shot off one at a time. Okay?
I'm gonna hand her the mirror so she can see their relative positions, like I did.
Okay.
Sure.
Um,
I'll rule it under the same roll that you're fine.
Okay, so I don't have to roll for stealth.
No, you're fine. Like
Okay.
that was a pretty high stealth roll. So like if he shows you how that's done, then it'll work.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't got a lot of range. I'm gonna take the closest one. You go for whatever other one you want to see.
I think I could take this over here. Let me see.
All
Let me
right.
make sure that's
So
yeah.
he's got he activates he has the shield up, and he's gonna use his other hand to hold the hand crossbow, and he's gonna try to take a shot at the close one.
While he's
Okay.
doing that, she's gonna be pulling out her longbow and get ready to arc the shot back.
All right. They will completely not see you coming. So go ahead and make your attack rolls.
All right.
Is it?
And this is normal roll, right? Or advantage?
Yeah, you will not have an advantage on this.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
But depending on how this goes, you might have surprise.
I rolled a 9 to hit.
Which will not hit.
I got a 14 on back.
All right. With 7 points of damage, you instantly kill this one.
Oh!
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
Wow.
The other ones will notice this, but like sort of delayed because there's a roaring fire going on here, and all of a sudden one of their buddies is just sitting there, and suddenly he's just lying there. And as they're sort of like computing this, like, what just happened? Yes. You guys just like basically just killed one of them, which means you have a round of surprise. If you guys want to get into combat, which you are, you have the first run before the rest of them join in. So go ahead and roll your initiative, please.
Woohoo!
Hang on.
A little better.
There you go.
I got 14. It says cannot add initiative to tracker. Something token popped up.
Go ahead and give it another try.
All right, so I got a 14. I'll roll again and just yeah. So this one's 70. It says cannot add initiative tracker. No token is currently selected. Do I have to be clicked on my token in order
On your
to...
own turn. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, that's my bad. All right, so I got a 14, and then I re-rolled a 17, and then I rolled again. I got a 1.
Oh no!
I'll give you the 14.
Thank you. Okay, so I didn't know I have to be selecting my character. I can do that.
All right, there we go. So let's swap that over to that one again. And let's begin combat. You have a round of surprise, which means that the rats don't take their turn this round. So Briar, what do you do?
I'm gonna go ahead and shift. Try and shift. Why am I not shift? Okay, there we go. I'm gonna shift over kind of in front of Corey. I'm gonna take another shot at this little ratling.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna try and take out the ones that are kind of closer to the area. Okay. Run out. And this one is normal roll?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that is a 12.
That is a 12. That'll hit. And with 5 points, you kill it.
Yes!
Wow.
That is so cool.
It just pew pew.
They're still sort of like looking at each other like, what is happening? Yes, yes. And like another one, it just falls down. Like they're really not sure what's happening here.
No.
No.
Oh, you sit up, something happening. All right, Corey.
So Corey dips down his hand, his paw, into a small satchel at his side, and he's going to like jump up to this wall and sort of like kick off, and then basically jump in front of Briar, and he's going to throw a handful of ball bearings, all with slight twinkling on them, at the three right here in front, and
yes,
he's going to cast Fairy Fire. And so the ball bearings are going to basically sort of scatter and starburst out and hold their place for a second, and then flash, and everything inside is going to get, fairy fired, essentially.
Love that. There's a saving throw for that, right?
Yes, Fairy Fire is a Dexterity 12 saving throw.
All of them make that with a 16.
Ah.
Damn.
Sorry.
It's okay. If so, it also outlined in light if it fails. So yeah, it's a they save, nothing happens. But yeah, it basically is like, it looks really cool, but then they all just sort of look over at Corey and nothing's happening. He's like, oh crap. And he's gonna
they're still confused as all hell. Like they're still like,
he's gonna
flashing brothers.
He's gonna rush back and then just sort of like use his bonus action to have Norbit not go in, because he's gonna have him fly in front of him, but take the dodge action.
Sure. That's true.
Okay, after all of this happens, he's going to run to the front of the pack, and he's going to shout to this room of rats. He's going to say, "Lay down your arms or face the wrath of the sacred flame."
I don't think these rats have the concept of what a sacred flame is, but you were loud, so give me an intimidation check.
Okay.
I love Petra so much.
I love it. Oh no, my foundry crashed.
It's a 12.
I'm going to counter roll, just to be sure.
Okay.
They got a 2. So, okay. They're confused and they don't understand, and suddenly 2 of their friends just die all of a sudden,
and then there's a
flash and pretty lights, and then there's this loud voice that says, "Face the wrath of a fiery death," something they don't understand, but it's something about fire and death, and people are already dying, and there's a flash, and all of them just run for cover. If you let them escape, they'll run away.
Well, okay, guys. I think the coast is clear. Let's just move on to the next room.
Can I surmise from that you're going to let them escape?
I mean, I'm going to say that to them. I don't know what they do. I don't know what Briar and Corey do.
Briar is trying to reopen Foundry.
Oh no! I don't know what Corey does.
Yeah. If they all
Why
just
is Briar
resisted
just running in place.
Yeah, right. Like slowly.
She's like walking in place into the wall.
Yeah. So if they all run away, this is like the second time that Petro's done that. It's like, way to go, Petro.
Guys, this keeps working. Yeah, we should just do this more often.
I kept crawling and it kept working. I forgot. He waddled up on his knees to say this too. In the name of the sacred flame.
That's true. He put his arms out, you know. Cool.
I love it. Oh, Petro the penguin.
I love it.
All right.
That is so funny. All right. You are welcome to move on again.
Cool.
So while Briar is regaining, okay, Briar's back.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm gonna take a look through, rummage through some of the stuff that's here. Does anything look like it? Like, I imagine they're using rocks and wooden spears and things that are just crudely made. Does anything here not look crude?
Quite so, yes. You'll notice that beyond the crudeness of some of their weapons, these guys are hoarders. So you'll see a lot of stuff from the outside world. And you can imagine, from a primitive perspective, there's a lot of things here that are just pretty, even though they might not have any value. A piece of broken glass, or like a nice leather pouch with a giant hole in it, but still, like, it's pretty. There's a lot of stuff like that scattered around this room.
I'm gonna pocket a piece of broken glass that's shiny. I
Sure.
like shiny things too.
That makes sense.
Not surprised. Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and look around and see if there's anything that might indicate Petra had been.
Roll me a investigation check.
Ooh, that may not be my best roll, but we're gonna do our best.
With an 8, you don't see anything like clothing or something that might, resemble Petra. But as you're looking around, you're also looking at this cooking fire, and even with that 8, you can confirm this is human flesh being cooked on a spit roast. It's like a leg that's slowly rotating.
My leg!
It's not yours, luckily.
Their leg!
All right, so I've finished rummaging. I'm gonna regroup with them.
Sure.
Petro takes the leg off of the fire and sets it down off to the side and pours a little holy water on top of it.
Oh.
Okay. It is now a holy water seasoned human leg.
Oh, well, wherever the rest of you is, I hope that you're lying in peace. And then Petro continues on.
Peace.
Oh, he's not gonna say this, but I so want Corey to say, "Well, if it's his left leg, how are you gonna do his last rites?" Okay, that's.
Oh.
But he doesn't say that. That's I just.
I feel like he would, though.
Exiting this room, you see that the room leads into 2 distinct hallways.
I hate mazes.
Oh, there's a lot of decisions to make in this one. How about this way?
We're going that way.
Why? Like, what's your reasoning? Oh, you're already leaving.
Oh, well,
Is there any?
well, actually,
But before he goes, I'm gonna try to look on the ground and see, are there any fresh footprints of where those rats scurried off to, like a little
yeah.
scurry?
Give me a survival check if you can see that, because this is all dirt and whatnot. So
Yeah, that's what I was
let's see if you realize what's fresh and whatnot.
Okay, I got a 10, dirty 10.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking. Like 10 or better would be fine. So yeah, you'll see some rat footprints that seem like they've just been put down on the left hallway. So that would be the one that you're currently not. The Petra isn't looking down. The other one.
Right. They went this way.
No.
We probably want
Come on,
to.
guys, hurry up!
Yeah, we probably want to avoid them.
The hallway curls a little bit further, and as you move up, you can see a little bit more light in the next room. It seems that there is something that is making light over there.
Oh, Corey, can you do the thing where you peek around the corner again?
Oh, thing, buddy. And he's gonna go up to the edge and do the same thing with the reflective surface.
All right. So around the corner, you don't see anyone safe from a large statue that has a couple of candles around it. The statue itself looks weird. It is not even really a statue. It's more an effigy, if anything. It's crudely made, and while it does seem to hold some sort of significance, it is very hard to make out, like at first look, what it really is. It's kind of big, though, and you might be noticing that it has roughly the shape of a large rat. What you will see is that where its eyes are supposed to be, instead of 2 eyes, you'll see 2 glistering pieces of delirium.
Hang back, Petro. I gotta check something out.
Okay, I trust you.
He's gonna creep around and looking for any movement.
So as you're getting a little closer to
crap.
the statue,
Corey
suddenly
doesn't
hear-
learn lessons, does he?
No, he doesn't.
I mean, never split the party. That one I think has landed, but moving into a room that is seemingly empty, that's one that's still like you'll know at some point. As you walk a little closer to the statue, all of a sudden you hear a voice that says, "Hey, don't get any closer."
Gonna back up and towards them and just look towards where the voice was.
It sounded like it came from the statue.
Oh?
Who's there?
Oh, it's me. Wait, what?
Petro, quiet.
It is I, and I don't like intruders, jeez. Yes.
You sound an awful lot like a rat.
Maybe because I am a rat. Yes.
So it's talking and it's not attacking. So Corey's gonna approach and try to discern who he's talking to.
Hey, back off.
And what's in it for me?
Well, you just better watch out or, bad stuff will happen. Yes. We are with a lot here.
You're worth a lot. Hey, I can work with that. So,
We are with a lot.
I prefer worth. So, what are you, some kind of talking statue? Or he's looking around to see if there's like someone hiding behind the statue.
Give me a perception check.
All right. 'Cause, yeah, he knows that there's strange things in the world, but he wants to figure them out. And there's no way this is something he doesn't know about. All right, perception. Oh, come on. A 4.
No, this is probably coming from the statue.
So, okay, well, in that case, he still wants to see what makes it tick. He's gonna look around for arcane sigils or anything leading to the statue.
You don't see any of that. Like, this is just a crudely made effigy. Like, it looks a lot better than the nests. Like, I'll give you that. But, like,
All right,
it's still an effigy.
think fast. And he's gonna throw the piece of glass that he found earlier at the statue.
It'll probably hit the statue and like, be stuck in there.
It doesn't react.
And as that happens, you hear, hey.
What?
That's a very important statue to us.
Oh,
I mean, I'm very important to us.
so you're not the stat. Oh, come on out. We can negotiate. All right. I'm a reasonable businessman.
You're from the city, aren't you? 3 of you.
It looks like, you're having trouble moving there, Mr. Statue. Well, it's probably because you got something in your eyes. It's really hard for you to see with those things in your eyes. I can help you out there. I can get them out for you.
Are you gonna reach for them?
He's gonna start like walking towards the statue. He wants to see how this thing reacts when threatened, so to speak.
Okay. The second it becomes apparent that you're trying to get these gemstones out of its face, from the shadows behind the statue suddenly emerges a creature that sort of lunges towards you, not with a weapon or anything, but trying to basically stop you. No!
You can trust me. Oh!
That's part of the statue. It's not for you. From the shadows behind the statue emerges a rather large rat. This rat looks distinguishably different than the others. This rat is wearing a bit of armor, and more noticeably, it has a crown on its head.
So is it, and does it look like it's making moves in a hostile manner?
It's holding one hand on the statue and it's looking at the 3 of you. It's ours. It's very important.
You seem a bit more
Yes, sister.
talkative than your other friends around here.
Yeah.
So, what's the statue worth to you?
this is the rat god. Yes, yes. The rat god will at one day come and liberate all of us. Yes, yes. And he will come and bring all the food, and we can all live happily and eat forever. Yes, yes.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I saw some of your food back there. Here's the thing. He's like looking at the rat prints, but he's also looking up at the eyes too. Here's the thing. We came here looking for someone who got a little lost around the area. You wouldn't happen to know about anything like that, right? Would you?
People that get lost in here get eaten. Yes, yes.
Well, that's
Rat
a
god
shame.
is pleased whenever we eat.
Oh.
Well, that's a shame there, Mr. Rat person, that unfortunately we ain't gonna be leaving empty-handed. So we came here for a person who was found in the area. We were told that, who knows, maybe you guys are okay to negotiate. Now, all your friends back there have been very, very, rude with the stabby implements. So
You killed some of my friends. Yes, yes, yes.
Well, we tried not to, but they kept trying to eat us.
yeah, I gotta say, he makes a good point. This guy doesn't want to kill anybody. You see how big this guy is? He could probably squash you in an instant. Now, he doesn't want to do that. He's a very friendly guy, unlike myself. So, you may wanna learn to negotiate real quick here, my friend.
I have to say that you are so Lord Farquaad, like with the big gun standing behind him.
Come on, Thelonious. I mean, Petronius. Do you know? Hey, rat guy. Do you know the hooded lanterns? Nah, never mind. I'm not gonna do the bit. Yeah. So you know those guys with the green hoods and they come around here every now and again.
Yes, they move through the streets and they hunt us. Very, very, very mean.
Yeah, we're
They
looking.
taste very good. Yes, yes.
We're looking for one that came by here not too long ago. You know anything about that? You got any hostages?
What's a hostage?
Do you got any?
It's like a person that you keep alive and you ask them questions.
Is there anybody here alive? And the answer better be what we want to hear.
You mean the fresh meat? Yes. See, whenever we bring in dead bodies, they taste not as good as fresh bodies. Yes, yes. So we keep some alive and then eat them when they're still fresh. Yes, yes.
Where are they?
Oh.
They're over there, and he points towards the hallway over here.
Oh, you wouldn't lie to us, would you?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna twist the dial on my gauntlet, and it just sparks with electricity. It goes, it'd be a shame if you lied to us. You wouldn't want to have to come back and talk some more.
What's that?
It's just a little experiment I've been running. Something I'm sure you wouldn't be interested in.
What's an asparagus?
It's something I could definitely use those up there for some of mine in the future. You don't want me to come back now, do you?
With asparagus?
While this is happening, Petra's gonna take a peek down this.
But Briar's gonna be
room
following
over here.
Petra too.
There's just more hallway over there.
Corey's currently taking 0.5 psychic damage from asparagus.
Okay, Rat King. I think that you need to show us where the alive people are, so that we can get our friend and leave.
So when you take your friend with you, you leave?
Yes.
Yes.
We'll leave you alone, and you can just keep eating those hooded people as they come along. But we're gonna leave.
We can eat the hooded, that's okay?
No, it's not okay, but I'm not gonna stop you either.
Ah, yes. Yes. That's the way things work in Drakkenheim. You don't mind, I don't mind, huh?
I mean, I mind, but I'm also not gonna, I'm not gonna be a hardliner on this.
Well, I'm not really sure what Heartliner is, but you're a big guy, so you're probably right.
Yeah,
Yes.
I could probably make you do it if I needed to, but I'd rather if we were just friends, and you could just kind of show us where the people are.
You want to be friends with the rat prince?
No, we don't want to be friends. Listen, okay, I'm gonna make this real simple for you. All right, we're over here looking for someone who got taken. Now, if someone gets taken again, if we hear about it, we're gonna have to come back, and we're not gonna be happy about it. Okay? We already killed a bunch of your friends. We don't want to have to do it again and again. It's really dirty and disgusting down here. Okay?
It's a whole lot easier if we just work together. And I pull out the cheese from my pocket from earlier.
No,
And I
Petrol.
give it to him.
We're not working together. We make him fear you.
But we can work together.
Ah.
Yeah, or we can, or we can hurt you, but we really don't want to do that.
The rat
Where'd you
prince
get that?
stands a little taller and puts a hand on the shoulder of the effigy, and he closes his eyes for a second and then addresses you. Our seer Squeaks has foretold that the rat god will come one day, and he will bring us everything to eat, to enjoy. If you can help us in enjoying and eating, then we can be friends. You are now taking a bit of food. If you want to take your friend, I need something in return. Yes, yes.
What do you need?
I need more food. Yes, yes.
Oh.
Hey,
I can get you more food.
Petrol, stop with the IOUs.
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea, Corey.
No.
And I pull out a parchment from my bag. No, I don't actually do that.
All right, rat guy. What was your name again?
Yes. I'm the rat prince.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Sure. Rat prince.
Do you know Radicus?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, yeah, he
Lives in apartment 4B, kind of chatty. Don't really like him.
he
Likes
was
cheese a lot.
kind of chatty.
Yes, yes.
He really he really likes cheese. It's so funny that we know the same people.
All right.
We move in the same circles, it seems.
Clearly,
Yes, yes. I move a lot quicker than you though, because you're very big. Yes, yes.
I'm very big. That's true. Yeah.
Corey's gonna just grab like the ground and just like create another spark show. He goes, listen, we've been making our way through here, killing rats left and right. All right.
Oh.
Yeah. So here's what's gonna happen. Let's say instead of offering you something like food or tangible, we're gonna offer you a ceasefire. Okay. We're gonna stop making our way slaughtering through your hallways here, and we're gonna take your prisoner, your food, and we're gonna leave. And if you want to go back on that, we're gonna take the eyes too.
No, but cat person, we can already see fire. Like, see the other room, we got fire going. We can see fire. So,
Rat Prince, have you ever tried potatoes?
what's a potato, precious?
Oh, you know how you guys eat like human legs and stuff? Well, it's kind of like that, but it grows in the ground. It's really tasty.
Hmm.
You can't negotiate with it. He's a rat, Petro.
Oh, but he wants food.
And the rat prince.
They eat
Yeah,
meat. You're meat.
oh, you
I'm
don't eat
meat.
potatoes? Oh.
Briar's
Okay.
meat. We're all meat.
All right,
He's
Rat
gonna eat
Prince,
us.
Let's. Okay. All right, Rat Prince, let's go.
Huh? Where
Oh,
are
we're
we
gonna-
going?
You're gonna show us where the people are.
No, I want food in return.
Okay.
How much do you value your life, Rat Prince? How much do you like living? How much food?
Oh, a lot.
How much food would you say is it worth? You know, you living.
Oh, my life is lots of food. Not as much
Yeah.
as the rat god though, but like no, almost as much.
Sure, of course. Well, imagine that we're
Yes.
giving you that much food by not killing you.
I'm still hungry.
That's the
Doesn't
amount of
work that
food
way.
you're gonna get, my friend. That's what you're gonna get. Is we're not gonna kill you. And he's gonna like put his hand on his shoulder, the one that's been sparking up. He says, "I suggest that you follow our friend here and do what he asks."
And then you're gonna give me as much food as I would be worth?
Well,
Sure.
men are speaking.
Okay. I like speaking. I don't like manners though. I like where we live.
Oh, yeah, manners can be overrated sometimes.
Yeah.
I follow
Prime real
Petro up
estate is a
there.
real bitch in Drakkenheim.
Oh, I think we're following him, actually. He's gonna show us where do I go?
Yeah, show him where to go, Rat Prince.
Yeah. All right. So when are we gonna get all that food that you promised us?
Oh,
That's
It might be a
debatable
language
when you let us see the first. That'll be debatable.
Oh yeah, yes.
well, I gave you the cheese already. That was just a preview.
No, it was cheese.
Oh, that's true.
Just follow the big guy.
Okay, here we go.
Yes. So the Rat Prince follows you.
That's quite an exchange. Okay, Rat Prince, do I go left or right?
I don't know where you're going, but I'm following you.
Oh, no, you're supposed to tell me where the people are.
Oh, well, they're over there, and he points to the right.
Okay, so we're gonna go this way.
Yes. This human storage area.
As they round the corner, Corey's gonna quickly run up and grab the delirium off the statue.
You actually steal them. Oh, you're so bad. They're actually 2 delirium crystals, not chips. So they're the bigger
Ooh.
ones.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna pull out my thieves' tools and basically like look around them and just like excise them. I don't want to break them, so I'm gonna try to quickly pop them out of whatever socket they're in.
Sure. So these effigies, they're crudely made, and these gemstones are affixed in them, but they're by no means like set by like a jeweler or whatever. So you can just basically just whip them out. It's easy enough.
Whipped.
Looking into the room that the Rat Prince just brought you to, you notice that there are several parts of corpses on the ground. There's a pile of bones and a pile of skulls, remnants undoubtedly of humanoids. Quite possibly humans. It is a filthy, stinking mess in here, and the smell over here will just accost you, I can imagine. It smells of death in this room, and quite heavily so. However, in the corner of this room, you will see one singular person who is sitting against the back wall. She looks very badly hurt, but you will immediately see that at least she is still breathing. She's wearing a blood-soaked green cloak, and you're noticing an insignia on her shoulder that looks like a lantern held by a dragon's claw with a hood on top of it. Undoubtedly, this is at least someone of the hooded lanterns.
Oh, are you Petra?
She slowly looks up, and with a very shaky voice, she says, "Who's there? I can't see."
I've got really funny news. We've got very similar names. Also, you look very hurt. And I used the last 3 of my lay on hands pool to heal her.
That doesn't make a big difference, but like it is still a nice effort, and it'll close a couple of wounds, so she will be happy with that. She will smile at you as you're just there, like you're towering over her, even when you're kneeled. So she'll smile up at you, and she says, "Are you here to rescue me?"
Yeah. I mean, I think we're here to take you home. Yeah.
What about?
Right, guys? That was the mission?
Yes.
Okay.
I can still hear. Like, is there a rat nearby? I believe I can hear one.
Oh yeah, the Rat Prince. He's the one who showed us where you were.
Yes. She supposed to be tonight's supper, but we give her up for bigger amount of food. Yes.
In a manner of speaking.
Why are we speaking in manners?
So anyway, Petra, can you walk?
Sorry, what was that?
Can you walk?
Yes, I can try.
Oh,
And she'll
great.
try to stand up, and she's wobbly, but yeah, she'll be able to manage. She'll be able to walk with you.
Okay. I think we should probably go pretty quickly. So unfortunately, I don't have time to do funeral rites for all of these bodies in here, and I just kind of like take one arm, like I'm holding her up with one arm, and with my other arm I pull out the holy water and I just kind of drizzle it a little bit over the bodies that are in there. But yeah, I think we should probably just go, and then I start making my way with her on my arm out the door.
This is like Petro's 5-minute funeral rites co. You know, like
Yep.
it's just,
The power of the flame
Uh,
compels you. The
take-
power of the flame compels you.
Sacred flame be with you, and I hope that you sleep well.
Good night.
so the Rat Prince is still standing in the doorway, if you will. There's no door, but it's like, so when can we expect you with the return payment? Like, he's a little hesitant to ask for this, but he also doesn't want to let it go. Like you can probably tell that he's taken aback by your sheer size, and in contrast to his brethren, he knows when it's smarter not to go on the offensive, but he also doesn't want to let this thing slip.
Okay, so here's the thing, is that the agreement that we had is that we would give you something in the amount of what would be equivalent to an amount of food equal to not killing you your life. And so instead, how about
Yes,
this?
yes.
And I pull out just like a ration from my pack, and I hand it to him, and I say, as a consolation prize, we will also give you this.
And
I think that's as good as you can hope for.
I'll also pull out a ration and be like trying to continue to distract, but can I slyly, like accidentally dump it into the room behind Petra? Like, oh, here, you can also have this. Oh no! And like dump the ration, all the nuts and meats and other things.
Oh, he'll go over there and pick it up, and as he does, he'll look at Petra. So as he moves past you, and like he'll sniffle at you a little bit as he does, and he says, "So, what is a constellation prize? I don't like stars." As he picks up this ration.
I like stars a lot, actually. But anyway, so you're still alive, and
Yes.
you also got a ration. So basically, we're more than even, and now you owe me.
So I should give you a rash as well.
Next time I come back, if you could have some cheese ready for me, that would be great. Thank you.
All right.
You confuse me, but it's
Good times.
you confuse me, but it sounds about right. Yes. So next time we meet, I give you cheese. You give me what I'm worth in food. Yeah.
It was
Yes.
it was genuinely kind of fun to meet you, Rat Prince. I hope that our paths do cross again. Take care.
Okay. And he starts looking in this ration. What's in there?
Are you asking Corey?
Most of rations are like dried nuts, dried meats and fruits and stuff like that. So
Yeah. So he'll be looking at that, basically like inspecting what he just got.
Yeah.
So if you want to use those couple of seconds to get the hell out of Dodge,
Yep.
then
Yep.
this is the moment where you can.
That's a great plan.
I'm gonna
Let's go.
remove one ration from mine as well.
All right.
And then right about here, I drop another ration from my pack. The one I
Right.
offered him earlier. It's like, oh, maybe that'll slow him down.
Briar's also gonna drop a ration right next to Petro.
All right, let's go. Let's get out of here.
way.
And so I assume that we're just going to go back the way that we came in.
Yeah.
Does that sound good, group?
So yeah, so you're gonna take the entire route because like you don't have to drag your tokens all that way. You're basically gonna bring yourself all the way back to the pit room.
Okay, guys. I
Yep.
say we just retrace our steps, keep things simple, and get back as quickly as possible.
Yeah, we're out of here.
Wow. We did a good job at that.
So are you back at the trap? How are you gonna like get back up to the cellar?
That is a question.
Well, maybe I could take a quick peek around this corner to see what's over here.
Yes, you can.
Because the pit
As you look
trap,
over there,
isn't it?
you'll see another hallway.
Okay. All right. I'm done with hallways. Let's climb back up this thing.
Fair enough.
All right, I'm gonna use my climbing speed to sort of like climb around the pit trap and just make sure there's no way in hell I fall into it.
Yeah, you can go on the walls.
You're gonna hold on to the walls?
I'm gonna try to have both hands on the walls using my gauntlet to keep real good hold.
All right. Give me a dexterity saving throw with advantage.
Oh god. Okay. Advantage. Roll. I got a 20 with advantage. No, not natural. Dirty 20.
You got a 20 and a 4. So
20 and a
thank God for
9.
the 20. You, yeah, that's true. You'll make it upstairs.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna make my way all the way.
Yep.
That's weird. I got 2 Corys on my screen.
Oh, I see. Hang on. Let's fix that.
Thank you. I think you dragged it and I dragged it at the same time in different ways.
That might be it. There you are again.
Yay!
All right. So what for the rest? How are you going to get upstairs?
I think Petro is going to ask Briar to help him find a way to strap Petra to his back in some way. I'm assuming she can't make it up here alone. And so through some sort of like rope scenario, we'll like make a Petra backpack.
Okay, sure.
And
Let's
then
do that.
after I do that, I'm going to attempt to use my javelins as like little bracing things and try to like just crawl my
Smart.
way back up this tunnel.
Yeah, so you're basically going hiking with 2 of those sticks. That'll surpass the roll. With that, you'll be able to get upstairs. Like it's not a waterfall you're trying to traverse here. So sure.
Why does this have to be so small? Yeah, how do you guys fit through here so easily?
Briar, are you tied with a rope to Petro with this? Because then you will get up there as well. Without a roll.
Yeah, I better go ahead and say yeah.
Okay.
That's fair. All right, you make it back to the basement.
So
At this point, Petra will be a little bit more like talkative, and she will look at the 3 of you and say, "Listen, I don't know what came over you to come down here and look for me, but I for sure thought that it was over. They were keeping me for food."
yeah, thank Ansem.
I figured it was my brother. Listen, I didn't expect to get outside again, but now that I am, I need to get to the Shepherd's Gate. That is the closest place that I can go to. I can go there on my own, but you're more than welcome to follow me so I can show you where it is. And thank you. Without you, I wouldn't be alive.
Of course.
You always
Guys,
put in a
I
good
think-
word for us with the hood landed.
Well, see, that's the thing. I can try, and I will. But the supply run that we were doing here was actually off the record. We need a lot of supplies as to hooded lanterns, and well, we were stretched pretty thin. And I took charge, took a small group, and well, we heard that there might have been some supplies over here, and we ran into these ratlings, and they just surprised us, and my entire detail died to them. I think I'm the only one left alive.
Oh, I'm so sorry about your
Um,
friends.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's a shame.
But the
Off
trouble is,
books,
I have
you
a
say.
lot of explaining to do to the Lord Commander.
That's a real shame.
Well, it is because it is an official Hooded Lantern's business. But still, like, I'm a lieutenant, and they're going to be happy to see me back. So, in any case, if you want to join me to the Shepherd's Gate, you can. But if you don't, it's close by. I'm pretty sure I can manage.
I gotta say, I totally get it. I understand, and condolences for your lost team members. But off the books, unfortunately, I have a real hard time remembering not to talk about things. So maybe we could add a little discretion fee on top of our arrangement with Petra or with Ansem.
At that instance, Briar's just gonna smack him at the back of the head with the tip of her tail.
Fine. She'll help me remember. Whatever.
All right.
We'll follow you. To
How are we going to get up there?
I got it.
Did you guys tie a rope off or something?
Hey, Vetro, how's your aim?
Oh, I mean, I could just boost you guys up, honestly.
Yeah. As you stand in that divot and you stand up, your head basically pokes out of the floor. So like,
Just, woo.
I basically just like lift them up and like, okay, there you go.
That's great.
I love that.
All
right.
And then we
Is there anything else that you want to? Is there anything else that you want to do over here, or are you intending to leave?
We do this one by one, and then looking around this room, are there any large boulders in this room by any chance?
Sure, like rubble, but still like boulder worthy. Sure.
I take like 3 or 4 of the largest boulders, and like one by one, I just kind of drop them down this trap, hoping that they will go and fill the
pit.
The pit trap below.
Yeah, they will totally.
Okay.
Like that'll crush the spikes over there.
Love it.
Perfect. All right, and then Petro
That is so
climbs
smart.
his way up.
Corey,
I
having
am
not
going
seen
to-
that, doesn't say anything.
There, I'll remember that. Cool. With that, you climb out of the Rat's Nest Tavern, and you're once again out on the city street. It is currently still midday, so this didn't take all too long, all things considered. And as you get outside, and you see Petra looking around, taking a little bit of the rain on her face, and just breathing in deeply, and coughing subsequently, you are still in the haze after all. She looks around and says, "It's maybe not a pretty sight the way that Drakkenheim is right now, but I never thought I would see it again. Again, thank you. The gate that is very close by is the gate that we hold as the Hooded Lanterns. If you can escort me over there, I'd be very happy, but you don't have to. I can also go by myself. That's whatever you prefer."
Hey, we're coming. We gotta pick up our reward.
And what reward did my brother promise you?
No, just you have to speak. But
You're
I
cutting
did
in and out.
promise him.
Sorry.
We haven't spoken of a reward just yet. But I did promise him you back.
I thought it was 750 gold.
She's just gonna look down at Corey, just have a very disapproving look in her eyes, and just like raises her tail up ready again.
He promised. All right, I ain't even hyperbolizing it or anything. That's what it was. It was an
Petra-
agreement.
Petra looks at you and says, I'm honored that you think that my life is worth 750 golds, but my
I don't
brother
think that
can't
your brother does, apparently.
I'm pretty sure my brother can't command that amount of funds without approval from the Lord Commander, and I don't even know that he knows about all of this just yet. Check in with my brother, but I'm not sure if he has that amount of money.
Petra, you say that your life isn't worth that, but in my opinion, all lives are priceless, and I think that any flame that burns in the heart of a living being is worth at least 2,500 gold, or maybe even more.
Exactly. See what I'm saying?
Briar's just gonna be looking at Petro, like just looking up at him. Her tail is ready to smack him next.
I like
I'm
this.
just saying
Priceless.
that
Like
you just can't put a price on it.
You seem to be as big as your heart is kind, and I appreciate that. All right, let's not dally too long on the streets. Let's go to the gate, shall we?
fine.
Are you guys gonna follow her to the gate?
Yes.
I imagine
Fine.
that she
Right.
knows the best way, but we're gonna sort of like, what does she look like in terms of her state of health?
So she looks badly hurt, but she's keeping she is a trained soldier, and you can tell, like, not just her insignia and the fact that she's with the Hooded Lanterns and whatnot. It's just generally the way that she's keeping herself. If you're looking at her, she's probably closer to death than she is alive, but she is keeping herself okay, and it's not like she's missing any limbs or whatever. So she's doing okay, but she could definitely use some recuperation.
All right.
Petra, I have a question for you. Um,
Yes.
there's all this purplish smoke stuff in the air. And we found it kind of difficult to like get any rest here. Um, at your camp, do you guys sleep like for the whole night, or like how do you regain your strength?
Well, it's quite the logistics, to be honest. Um, the gate that we hold, and the barracks beyond, well, they're very much in the haze as well. We've noticed that it's hard to take a rest over there. So we have a whole system of logistics where we swap out the guards twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening. And
Oh,
with that, we just rotate. And it's a lot of work, but it's the only way that we can manage with people that are fresh and healthy.
okay. I was wondering because I could really use a nap. And it sounds like maybe we can't do that at your camp. Do you think they'd give us safe passage to the edge of Drakkenheim though? Or maybe help us with that if we bring you back?
Well, from here on out, it is not too far a walk towards Ackerman Mill. Um, if you walk from our gates to Ackerman Mill, that area is firmly under our control, and you should have no problem going there. There's always a chance you might run into something, but the chance is very slim. Ackerman Mill is a supposedly very safe place. I've heard a lot of good things about adventurers going there to rest up and recuperate. It used to be a bit of a farmland owned by the Ackerman family,
Yeah, are they still
and
around?
it's. I'm afraid they're not,
Oh,
but their farm still is. It's about 2 miles from here, so it should be just outside the haze. A lot of people do rest over there as well.
yeah, I remember they used to have chickens and they had these wheat fields that were really pretty. And there were these trees and they had these fruits growing on them. And it was just full of life.
She'll do her best to put a hand on your shoulder, even though you're like way tall. But she'll try her best to put a hand on your shoulder and say, I wouldn't hold too much hope in seeing those things again. It is
Oh,
Drakkenheim after all.
yeah. Okay, I get. Yeah, that's true.
So let's go back for a second. You said you guys like take shifts or something, but you are able to rest in your barracks, something like that, right? Like, are you telling me you guys never get a good night's sleep?
We go outside the city. The rotating schedule is outside of the city.
Oh, I
You
mean,
go into the city, you take your guard duty, and then you go out again.
it looks like you're in pretty bad shape. Are you sure you want to go deeper into the city?
I need to speak to the Lord Commander, and I know that if he's anywhere, he's in the barracks. I need to speak to him first. Let him know that I'm okay, and let him know of what I did and what happened.
All right, I guess let's head out. I'll get you to your Lord Commander. Hold up
All
the hand crossbow and just start walking.
The short walk towards the Shepherd's Gate is indeed relatively safe, and there's nothing on the streets. As you are approaching the walls of Drakkenheim, and you're getting quite close to them, this is the first time you can actually see the walls from up close, and the gates as well from up close. And you can see very clearly at this distance that the walls of Drakkenheim and its gates were often referred to as one of the wonders of the world, architectural marvel. And getting close to it, you can see why. The walls themselves are sturdy, and even with a meteor impact, most of the walls seem to be unfazed by what the meteor did. Except for where the meteor actually crashed down, the rest of the walls seem to have survived the impact, and they still stand proud guarding the inner city of Drakkenheim. They're pretty as well. The stones in this wall are almost of an obsidian color. They're very pretty, but they're still distinguishable bricks by bricks that just line the wall. All the way at the top, you can also see that there is a whole bunch of statues that are lining these walls. You see all manner of dragons, gargoyles, and other creatures that are looming down, looking at anyone who might do something wrong. Even though they're just statues, they look not necessarily menacingly, but they do look like very much the character of these walls, and they're really pretty. The gate itself follows a similar pattern and also looks very heavily defended. And as you approach this gate, you can see that a lot of effort has been put in to maximize the security on this gate. You see a lot of wooden stakes, a dugout moat that is lining the gate over here, which doesn't look like it's part of the original plan, but it's still there. You see wooden walkways along the towers, and you see people standing on there with crossbows and bows. And all the way at the top, even though you can't see on top of the gate itself, you do see large arrows pointing out in between the lintels. And you assess probably that those are ballista bolts that are pointing out. This is very heavily defended. As you are approaching, I forgot to put Petra on the map, by the way. There we are. As you are approaching the little wooden walkway that covers the dugout moat full of wooden spikes, Petra raises her hand, and you see that at the gate, basically everyone on this side is looking at the four of you. Some of them already drawn their bows, but as soon as they see Petra, they lower them again as well. Greetings, friends. Is Jacob around by any chance? And from one corner, a gentleman approaches and stands on the wooden walkway. As I live and breathe, that is Petra, is it not? Yes. Lieutenant, it's good to see you again. We thought we lost you. Where were you? And who are your friends?
I believe that's the term, is savior, actually. Saviors. You go ahead.
Petra looks behind her, like at you as you speak up. She says, "Shut up for now." Jacob, we were on a routine mission, and something went a little south, and, well, most of the group that I was with got lost, but I'm here to report back to the Lord Commander. I'd like to get through the gate. All right. What about those three? What's the plan with them? Are they just here to show you to the gate, or are they coming through as well?
We were tasked with bringing her back, but if we could go through the gate, I mean, that would be really useful.
We got business.
The gate is open to anyone who wants to come into Drakkenheim without ill intent. According to the statutes of Drakkenheim, one must pay tariff to come into the city, to the amount of 10% of their belongings, to fund the war effort of the Hooded Lanterns.
Belongings?
You are willing to... Yes.
Hey, Petra, you better grease these wheels real quick, otherwise we're gonna, I'm gonna have words.
Petra turns around and looks at the three of you, and she says, "Because this wasn't official business, I can't really do anything about this right now."
I can't guarantee not saying that exactly, exactly what you're saying right now.
At that, Briar is just gonna smack Corey with the tip of her tail again.
Hey, we performed a service. We performed a service, and we're not getting paid?
I turn to Petra, and I'm just like, so to get to Ackerman Mill, we need to go through this gate, right?
No. She says, for Ackerman Mill, you can actually go around Drakkenheim, and she roughly points in the direction which is towards the west.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't necessarily need to use the gate. Thank you.
All right, Petra.
I'm very sorry. Because it is an official business, I can't just give you a free pass on the tariffs just yet. But what I can do something else. You really did help me. My brother will probably have payment for you. I don't have anything on me right now, and it's such a horrible situation. I shouldn't even have been in this in the first place. But if I tell the Lord Commander about what you did, about how you helped me, I am sure that he would like to meet you. It's a great honor to meet the Lord Commander. If you want, I can set up a meeting with him.
All right, Petro, do you have any more paper?
Oh, I do. And also, do you know if we meet the Lord Commander, will there be potatoes there? Will they like make dinner for us?
I could ask, sure.
Oh no, I was just if you don't know off the top of your head, it's okay. I was just wondering.
Petra, I gotta be honest, I don't normally do this, but we're gonna need you to write an IOU. And trust me.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. And I hand you a piece of paper, Corey.
Briar's just kind of get a little bit a little kind of irritated at that. He's
Briar
just kind of looks at Corey.
If we can't trust them to honor their word, then how can we work with them?
I trust them.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what an IOU is. This is me trusting, because normally I would not let someone get away without paying for the services. Okay, normally I would have gotten payment up front. Okay, but we didn't get that.
Regardless.
Actually, weirdly, I actually agree with Corey on this one. I think they should write us an IOU.
Because I know where she lives, and because I know who she is and who Ansem is, and because we have a little leverage on them with the whole, discretion business, I'm okay to let it slide this time. But we can't operate on IOUs.
I have to ask, seeing as where you are standing right now, like Petra is standing right next to you. Like, are you just
talking
in front of Petra?
Yes, Petra can hear this. I'm basically saying we performed a service. I performed a service for you, and I'm not getting paid. And if we don't resolve this, there's gonna be something, or there's gonna be a reckoning in the future.
We are still getting something out.
Yeah, sure.
We have to talk to her brother.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If we talk to her brother, if we talk to the Lord Commander at some point and it gets all resolved, hey, no harm, no foul.
Listen, I can give you this. And she takes off a ring, and the ring itself is a golden signet ring of a relatively simple make, but a golden ring nonetheless. And it has the letters PL in it.
All right.
She hands it to you, Corey, and she says, "This is my signet ring. My brother will know that if you have this ring, it's mine, which would either mean that you found my corpse or that you found me alive. He'll know that you went through the effort to find me, and he'll trust you. That'll be as good as anything to get your payment."
That works for me. And, if anything, collateral show up. Yeah, works for me.
Sure. Make sure that you do give the ring to my brother so he can return it to me again. In the meantime, I will tell the Lord Commander what you did for me, and by extension for the Hooded Lanterns, even though this was an off-the-record thing, you still saved a lieutenant of our ranks, and that must account for something. Tell me, what name can I put forward for to the Lord Commander as your group?
Corey Flint's and Company.
Do we,
She looks at the three of you, like, really? Oh.
No, but what guys? What do we call ourselves?
We're not.
Let's just give our.
We're not some, role players going in here acting like we're adventurers. We're real business people who go in here and we get the job done, okay? We're not like the Purple Star or those Drakkenforce crazy heads, okay? We're actually doing work out here.
Yeah, the three people doing work. That's the name of our group.
Oh, Corey, Petro, and Briar. That's,
Yeah. It's a temporary name, but yeah, you can say that. Corey, Petro, Briar.
Corey, Petro, and Briar. All right.
We haven't exactly incorporated,
but at least it'll get that point across.
We haven't exactly incorporated yet, okay?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, sure. I will mention your names, and I will set up a meeting with the Lord Commander. If he is available, when he is available, I will make sure that you will get notified.
Is there a phrase or something that Ansem would know that we learned from you, just so that if we give him the ring, yeah, maybe he thinks we looted your corpse or something, but is there something that you can say that lets him know that you're alive?
Just tell him that I missed the spring blossoms of the Queen's Park.
Got it.
You'll know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sounds nice.
It used to be. Again, thank you. I don't know how to say this with more emphasis. You quite literally saved my life, and I couldn't be more grateful. I really do hope that our paths cross again. You are wonderful individuals, and maybe if our paths do cross again, and we can work together more. People like you are hard to come by, and
What, competent
the
ones?
city of Drakkenheim, competent ones that know how to do the right thing at the right time. The city of Drakkenheim needs people like you, and I'm pretty sure that we can carve out a place for you.
Sounds like a good plan for me. You know, I do business in the Amberwood Village, and maybe I can open up a more permanent relationship with the Atlantans.
I would like that. I'm going to go inside. I would suggest you go either to Ackerman Mill or wherever you came from. But Ackerman Mill would be closest. Just try to do a straight shot over there. You should be fine.
Stay safe.
Okay, bye, Petra. I like your name.
Like yours too, Petra.
Aww.
Corey, thank you. And she turns around and she walks towards the gate captain. And together with him, she walks through the gate that has just been opened.
I'm looking over at Briar. Didn't say anything. I'm sorry.
She just gives her like an acknowledging smile.
Petra like waves at all the people on the wall as we leave. Like, bye.
You got like no reaction on that. Like they're all like they're still holding their weapons, not pointed at you, but they're all looking at you like.
I'm imagining.
Is that a human?
Bye, Mr. Guy with the hood. Bye, Mr. Guy with leather armor. Bye, Mr. Guy with the bow.
Bye, guy on the ballista. Bye, guy up on the gate.
Bye, guy who's been aiming at me this whole time.
Looking menacingly at me.
Yeah. Bye, guy who I'm kind of scared of, but I didn't want to say anything.
I know that people get to take their jobs seriously, but they might as well have a little fun while they're at it. Everybody around here is so serious.
I agree, Petrol. I should loosen up a little bit. All right, so she said it was over this way, the Eckerman Mill. It seems like a good enough place to rest.
Oh, it's a great place to rest.
I do feel like we should go back to Amberwood Village. Yeah, get that out of the way.
You're cutting out for anyone else.
Yeah.
Am I still
Yeah.
cutting out?
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
move your mic a little
Yeah.
closer, I think.
I don't know why I keep cutting
We can talk
out.
about it later. I think I have some ideas, but yeah, move your mic a little closer if you can.
Okay. Here, let me do this. Is that better?
Sounds
Yes.
fine. Yep.
Okay. I was saying I think we should go back to Amberwood Village and talk with Ansem
Oh,
and get that out of the way.
it's a good point. We should do that eventually.
All right. He pulls up a little slate that has a couple of shapes. One, I'm gonna use my my tinkering thing to I can do up to 25 shapes. One is the rough shape of,
Yes.
of Drakkenheim. And we say, look, here's us. Here's the Emberwood Village, way over here, across the water, down through, past Styx, through all these villages. Remember the big dog people? Are you sure you want to do that when it's getting close to night? I don't think we're gonna make it before night.
Well, it would be nice to see our friend Styx again, but otherwise, I don't think we should go back.
I
We should
thi-
probably go to Amberwood first and get some rest.
I think we should probably go to the mill first, sleep overnight, and then go to Amberwood. When we have a whole day to cross the city.
But any decision we make should be unanimous. So what do you think, Briar?
I think we should go to Amberwood Village.
All
Well,
right.
If you feel that strongly about it, then okay.
What time of day is it, roughly?
It is the afternoon, but if you're going to cross through the city towards the river, you'll be reaching there by the evening. Crossing the river will take about an hour, and then you need to still move towards the edge of Drakkenheim, which will be by nightfall, and then you still need to move 2 hours towards Emberwood Village. So you'll arrive there after midnight.
And what's our best estimate on how long Ackerman Mill would take?
2 hours from here.
I mean, if you want to, if we're gonna go, then we got to go quickly. We got to go now. But I say we should probably do it tomorrow. But if you really want to get there right now,
How about this? How about we go to Ackerman Mill, we sleep, we set up camp for the night, and then tomorrow, first thing, we make our way back to Emberwood Village.
All right.
We do it bright and early in the morning. We get the sticks, wake them up with a nice, morning, I don't know, snack or something, and then head straight to Emberwood. We'll be there before dinner. All right.
All right.
Is that what we're gonna do?
Before she's
Snacks
counters
Corey
it.
again.
Yeah, he starts walking towards the alcohol thing.
I
All
love
right.
You start standing by Petro from now on.
I climb up to his shoulder, like, all right, onward.
With
So
that,
this area. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
with
go
that,
ahead.
she's
Right.
gonna start hiding her tail again before they get to Ackerman Mill.
Sure. So this part of Drakkenheim, from here to Ackerman Mill, is indeed borderline deserted. There's basically some rubble, but even the streets are cleaned up a little bit in an effort to try to bring Drakkenheim back to normal. You can see that the Hooded Lanterns have done effort to make this place, the city at least, look a little bit more representable. And it's a hard job because the city is still in ruins, but you can see they tried. There's nothing around here, and you are able to safely passage through to Ackerman Mill. It'll take you about 2 hours to, from the edge of the city, move all the way to Ackerman Mill, which is a rather large farmstead with a windmill that is just on the edge of town. About 2 miles out, and because of that, just outside of the haze. So let's bring you over there.
Ackerman Mill is a dilapidated windmill that rests atop a lonely hill northwest of Drakkenheim. Its stone base is covered in moss and ivy and is scrawled over with chalk graffiti and carvings listing the names of countless would-be heroes who ventured into the ruins. The windmill blades still spin softly in the...
It cuts off.
And that is indeed...
It cuts off
Oh,
just a
maybe-
smidgen before the last 2 or 3 words, for some reason.
Oh, all
It
right.
was still really
I'll
good.
look into that. As you approach the Ackerman Mill, this image that you see on screen right now perfectly encapsulates what is left of Ackerman Mill. It is a sorry sight. The windmill, or what's left of it, is sorrowfully standing on a bit of a hill, and its blades are very slowly still sort of turning in the breeze. Ackerman Mill's lavish countryside has been ravaged by Drakkenheim, and beyond a couple of tents and a couple of adventurers here and there that are walking around, this place is deserted and dead. At the very least, you can safely sleep here. As you guys take a walk around and look in the windmill, which seems to be sort of the central gathering point, you notice indeed that on all the walls in the windmill, there are names written in chalk, and there must be thousands of names. It's a macabre sight because you see a combination of things that all tell a story. You see a list of names, of which a couple of names have been crossed out. You see in large font people that have written, "Do not go to Drakkenheim." You see lists of names that have not been crossed out, which is equally damning. Did no one return to tell the rest of the world how they fared? Or did all of them make it out? Perhaps these questions will run through your mind as you walk into this windmill and look around. At least it's a safe place to stay, but it is not a pretty one.
Said there were. Are there any other people around?
Yes, not a lot, but there will be a couple of adventurers around the windmill, and this is like quite an area. There will just be tents set up here and there with a couple of people. So let's just say that there is ballpark 50 people around in total.
Petro looks around the windmill for some chalk
You'll find some, sure.
As they're
And
sorry, go ahead.
oh, and then he goes up and he writes on the wall like Petro, Corey, Briar, and then in little writing he writes, "We made it out, but just don't go in."
He's such a button.
So as they were walking through, anytime they passed like a group that looks really distraught or anything, Corey walks up, puts like a hand on someone's shoulder and goes, "I run a store in Emberwood Village. If you ever need your armor repaired there, here's my card." And he's handing out cards as he's going along.
You, you look terrible, friend. You know what you could use? You could use a little pick me up. Here's a card. You know. Let's
Yeah,
talk.
looks like you've suffered a heavy loss. If you ever need good discounts, go to Flensica's Import-Export Emporium. Anyway, he goes back up to the group. What you got there, Petro?
Oh, I just leave a little note. Seems to be a tradition.
Look at some of the other groups. How are there a lot of groups that are like? What's the average size of groups?
They're all floating around the amount of people that you have, so about 3. And again, this might lead you to wonder: did they start out as 3, or is this what's left? Some of them are wounded. You see a couple of them with an eye patch, walking on crutches with one leg missing. Coincidentally, the left one, if you're wondering. I knew that one of you was going to think of that. It's difficult to see these people in this state, but some of them are sitting around a campfire, laughing and drinking. And you might be thinking that these must be adventurers that are going in for the very first time. They haven't seen the horrors just yet. And then 2 tents over, you see a couple sitting next to each other, tending the fire, and not sharing a word, just all staring into the fire as if they've already seen way too much for 2 lifetimes.
They also have an extra card in amongst their supplies now. Gotta get the people what they want.
Oh,
So
I guess if they need armor repaired, yeah.
I'm gonna ask Petro for the chalk. Can I borrow
There
that?
you go.
Yeah. And he's gonna write 2 more names after Corey, Petro, and Briar, and it's gonna be like William and Grace or something like that. And he's, we gotta, make it look like, we don't want to look like easy pickings for the others. We're a big group, don't want to mess with us.
Right.
Will and Grace, they're always like hanging out in Emberwood or something like that, so don't worry about them.
I think I'd probably go over to one of the more somber groups, and sit down with them. Hey,
Oh, you're really big.
Oh yeah, no, I'm pretty big. Yeah, it's a blessing and a curse. Sometimes when I'm going through like catacombs and stuff, I have to get on my knees. It's a little annoying, but it's really helpful when you want to like intimidate a group of rat people. So it's pros and cons. But anyway, we just came from Drakkenheim. Looks like you might have too.
Yeah.
Oh, you doing okay?
Well, we are, but we had Sophia with us. And she was just looking at something in a house, and all of a sudden there was this creature that just came out of that house, and I can't describe it. It just looked weird, man.
Yeah.
Like a clump of flesh with eyes and mouths.
Oh yeah, I've seen
And
one
it
of
just-
those.
It just consumed her, just pulled her in, and she was gone.
Oh, that's pretty horrifying.
Yeah.
Why'd you go into Drakkenheim at all? I'm curious.
Well, we heard that there was a lot of money to be made finding the lost treasures of Drakkenheim, but we've come up with 30 gold and Sophia dead. So really good trade-off, is it?
Wasn't worth it, was it?
Hmm?
Corey sits down on the other side of Petro, and he has Norbit on his shoulder, and he's sort of like just messing with him. He goes, "Wasn't worth it, was it?"
No.
No.
Yeah, we almost had a few moments like that too. Fortunately, we're still okay, but it's definitely scary. Yeah, I don't think anybody who really doesn't need to should even go into Drakkenheim.
No, we agree. Drakkenheim is lost. No one should go in there.
What's your name?
Me? Eric. Eric Blackwell.
Oh, hey, Eric. You know, not everyone fares that well, but gotta count your blessings that you're still here. I know how much it hurts to go on without your friends, but you two both made it out. At least you're not alone.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go to bed. I need sleep. Drakkenheim made us very tired as well, so
Yeah, you get some sleep.
yeah. They proceed to go into their tent.
Okay. Flame watch over you, friends.
There's no flame here, friend.
Petro just kind of normally would maybe reply to that, but sensing the somberness of the situation, just kind of stays silent.
Or he puts a hand on his side. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta let people grieve.
Oh, that's definitely true. I think we should probably set up camp.
Yeah.
You guys
Where's
are looking
Brian?
like you need some rest.
Briar's kind of was standing by the campfire overhearing everything, and she's been kind of silent because she understands that grief. She has kind of a look in her eye that she sympathizes with them in their situation.
That makes sense.
When I was a kid, there was a really cool tree over here. It's probably not there anymore, but we could go look, and if it's still there, even if it's dead, maybe we can set up camp under it.
Sure thing, pal.
So for the heck of it, that tree will still be there, and there will not be a leaf on it anymore, but the tree will be there.
Oh, you see, guys see right here? It's my initials. Well, sort of my initials. It's my initials in or at least it's what would identify me within my cloister. But look at that. You can still sort of make out the P. I carved that when I was 5 years old.
That's
There's like a
amazing,
very
Petro.
weird sort of P on one side of the tree. Sure.
That's amazing, Petro. So you really were from around here.
Oh yeah, no, in the forest just north of here. Yeah, that's where I spent my earliest years.
What happened?
Oh, big meteor hit the city.
Yeah, but like before that, you were here. You were, well, with your family, with your cloister. You said.
Oh yeah, we sort of grew up in like this tribe. We're hidden deep within the forest, and the one that I grew up in was called Green Grove, and there was like a couple dozen of us, and really we don't really have like parents in the traditional sense that you guys do. But I was really raised by the whole village, and it was just so green, and there were so many so much plant life, and we just lived in harmony with everything. It was great. We even like had some friends that lived in Drakkenheim, the old Drakkenheim, and we would visit them sometimes, and they would visit us. And even the Eckermans, like they were friends with my family too.
So you were like that until what? The media hit?
Oh. Yeah, when the meteor hit, I wasn't home. And I didn't know where to go, so I ran away. And then for a few days I didn't really have anyone. But then after a few days, I was really hungry. And these guys showed up on horses. And they had big silvery armor, and they said, "Oh, do you need some help, little one?" And I said, "I'm pretty big already, but yeah, I do." And they gave me food and help, and they healed me, and they took me to Illyria, and that's where I spent the rest of my life, and until I came back here pretty recently. And that's why I'm so grateful to the Sacred Flame. Without them, I don't know what would have happened.
Well, certainly glad you came back. Otherwise, I probably would have been in more hot water than I could have handled.
Oh yeah, see, I'm doing my mission. I'm helping people, and it's just nice to be able to pay it forward like that.
Yeah, you sure are, buddy. What about you, Brian? How'd you get back here?
I'm on the run. I'm not from not quite a nice upbringing like you are, Petro. And I'm trying to run away from that.
Someone hunting your family or something? Someone after you guys?
It's my own family that's after me, actually. I learned my skills from a very young age. My family didn't raise me to make friends or anything, just trained me to kill and kill. And that's all I did my entire life. And I didn't want that anymore. But the only person who showed me kindness in that family was my uncle. And now he's gone. Because of me.
Brian, one of my mentors, he said, you're going to meet a lot of people. Some of them are going to be in groups. They're going to get into like big organizations. They're going to have all sorts of rules. And they're going to tell you to do stuff. And he said, but the most important thing is that in your heart of hearts, you'll know what's right and what's wrong. And that's the one that you need to listen to. And I'm so proud of you for listening to it. Because killing is really bad, and you figured that out, and now you're trying to make it right. And that's as much as anybody can ask for, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Petro. I do still kill, but not at the expense of what I was taught. Just I choose on
Well,
more what's right.
Those rat people were trying to eat us, so yeah, I get it. Corey, what about you? What's your backstory? Where'd you come from?
He's still looking at Briar. How'd you do it?
Do what?
You raised all your life to do one thing, and then you got out of it. You changed. How'd you get out?
She's just gonna kind of have like a very, very sad smile. Ooh, it's kind of making me tear up a little bit. She's gonna have a very sad smile on her features, and she just explains, out of everyone in that family, my uncle, he saw how conflicted I was. Even at a very young age, he could tell I didn't want that life. And a job that my parents sent me out on went horribly wrong. They didn't tell me that I was supposed to take out. They just told me I was supposed to take out a family member of somebody who was questioning some political views, as such happens with noble families, and but they told me that I didn't find out that said person was a child. And I couldn't do it. And I came home. My uncle was talking with me about helping me get away. Just break away from that life, finding something, and my father killed him right in front of me as punishment.
Oh, my friend, I'm so sorry.
It was years ago. But thank you, Petro.
All right. The three of you reminisce as such, and the night will slowly fall. You make camp with the stuff that you have with you. You'll be able to make a tent and carve out a little place for yourself to sleep under the tree that Petra has its memories with. And I think that would be a good moment to call it for today.
Sounds good.
Uh-huh.
Like actually tearing up, guys.
Oh!
That is a beautiful heart-to-heart there. Yeah. Doesn't always have to end on a cliffhanger. Sometimes a moment like this is beautiful too. Yeah.
Well put.
Goes to show how much you love your characters.
Yeah. Yes.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I think we have a couple of things that we want to talk about that Barry's gonna lead us through. But one of the things that I did want to mention is we tried something new today, and we started at the same time as normal at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but we had a 15-20 minute chat where we just got to hang out and answer some questions and talk amongst ourselves about ourselves as we play this game. What are some things about it we like? What are some, bring some things into the real world? And we actually got to hang out and chat as a community with everyone here. So thank you guys for giving us a chance to connect with you a little bit and have that time together as a family.
Yeah, when we had our break, we quickly discussed it, and we all really enjoyed it to have that interaction. So that is going to be the mainstay for next time. We're going to do the same thing. Yeah.
So feel free to join us on our stream days, even if you can't be here for the whole time. If you're here at the beginning, we can have ourselves a little conversation as a community.
And bring your questions. We'd love to hear your D&D questions, or the questions about us or our characters. We'd love to answer them. That is your moment to get in touch with us, and we'll have all the time to answer all of that. Well, no, not all the time. We got about 15 minutes, but still.
All the time that 15 minutes can offer.
All the time of 15 minutes. All right. Then that is it for today. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't catch us live, you can obviously catch us on YouTube and on your favorite podcast platforms, as we always upload our episode over there as well. And with that, I wish you a...
And if you are watching on those, please feel free to add a comment or like, follow, subscribe, all those good things if you enjoy our show.
Every little bit of interaction helps getting our story to more people that love D&D, so please help us in doing your part with that. Thank you so much. We will see you with the next episode.
Bye, friends.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye now.
Bye.